So I just want to give you that's a pro tip. It's a pro tip.
Got it.
888-368-1580. Lots to talk about today, Keon. We're going to talk about the big game happening tonight, which, I mean, thank God it's only 24 hours or 48 hours since they last got it on in Boston. I got a little hockey to talk about. Rangers last night in Madison Square Garden. I hope Bruce is not listening.
I hope he is.
The Angels finally break through and end their long losing streak in the MLB. I'll tell you about that. We've got a blender man of the day today. Tiger Woods joins the Billionaire Club. I would have thought, I'm going to reserve a lot of comments about that, but I would have thought Tiger would have been a billionaire long before now.
I actually just assumed he was.
I mean, have you seen his yacht? I mean, his yacht alone is probably $1 billion. I mean, that thing is huge. Remember, though, it's not the size, it's the quality of what you have. 888-368-1580. And if Fed fans listening, I'm very sorry about that. Let's get underway tonight. Game 4 in Boston. There's going to be chants. There's going to be words spewing about. That there's going to be all sorts of things raining down from the heavens on one Draymond Green. But what are some of the takeaways you're looking for tonight from Game 3? What kind of changes do you anticipate in Game 4 tonight between the Celtics and the Warriors?
Well, I think one change is that this series is going to somehow be more physical.
Wow.
Especially coming from the Golden State side, because they don't have the size to really compete with Boston in that regard. Yeah. So I actually wonder if Steve Kerr is going to try and go small ball again and see if their speed can outdo the size of Boston's bigs. Make those guys useless by running and pushing the tempo and making it really hard on those big guys to drag themselves up and down the floor. Robert Williams and Al Horford specifically. I wonder if they're going to try and raise the tempo by going smaller, because that's a dangerous strategy to do it that way. Because if you go smaller and you don't go much faster, or you're not taking care of the basketball, or you're missing shots, well, Boston's big enough to out-rebound you. But I think they're going to be more physical, and I think they're going to try and raise the tempo a lot from the Golden State side.
Well, I think, Golden State. I think Boston has had this. That's where part of their turnover problem comes. They wanted to push the pace against the Dubs. They've wanted to make Golden State run, and so I think that's issue one. Golden State needs to pick up the pace. Number two, is anybody out there? Can anybody hear me? Steph Curry needs some help. I mean, the guy is he scored 90 points in 3 games or something. Can the guy get some help, please? Klay Thompson, are you broadcasting on this frequency? Draymond Green, you only had 2 points. Yeah, I know you had 6 fouls and everything. But dear God, can you, instead of talking trash, can you just get in there and help Steph Curry score points? You don't win the game on trash talk. You win the game by making more points than the other team.
And the trash talk it's tough to do against Boston because these guys are really similar. Marcus Smart is on the other side. Do you think Marcus Smart doesn't know how to get in people's head? Do you think that the Celtics aren't prepared for somebody trying to get into their head? I think that Draymond, look, do what you have to do to win games. But I also think that he's just he's got to be a better offensive player. And I know that's not necessarily a specialty. And he doesn't have to give them 20 points, but can he give them 15? Can he give them 10? Yeah. Because all those points are crucial when you get late in these games. That's when it seems like the game blows wide open and a really close game becomes a very lopsided game very quickly. You got to have as many of those points as you can. And Draymond hasn't been given them much.
Klay Thompson did come out just a little bit in Game 3. He scored something like 26 points in 2 games total. And then last game had 25 points, made 5 3-pointers. He was though shut down towards the end of the game. So Klay Thompson's going to have to figure something out. And by the way, and I'm sure Steve Kerr knows this because he's infinitely more smart about basketball things than I am. I'm just this old, funny smelling guy that yaks on the radio 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. But it seems to me that Golden State's going to want to do what they can to be in charge, in the lead of this game heading into the halfway break. Because you've shown you're dominant in the third quarter. Why not get into the psyche of the Celtics? They're already thinking that. And why not push it as hard as you can to try to get the lead in heading into the halftime? Try to keep it close in the first quarter. The Celtics, 17 of Jaylen Brown's points came in the first quarter last game.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact, it was 17 points in the first 12 minutes of the game. And it seems to me you want to kind of keep this game close and try to be, the tip of the spear as you come out in the third quarter. Would you agree or disagree with that?
No, I agree with that. My issue with this series and with the Warriors right now is they are a fantastic basketball team, but they don't have answers for all of the questions that Boston is bringing their way.
Yeah.
Like they've taken a lot of time and a lot of care to figure out how to take Jason Tatum out of the game. And Jason Tatum has been ineffective from a scoring standpoint in game 1 and game 3. He was much better in game 2. But when they do that, Jaylen Brown gets one-on-ones. That's really dangerous. They haven't sorted that out. When they do that, Marcus Smart is able to get going. And if Marcus Smart scores 20, 21 points, that's a problem too. Now you've got multiple guys and 3 guys together who are giving you about 60 points. And then the bench players are also playing well for Boston. They have to, like you said, keep it close in the first quarter, but they're going to really have to find a way to be very physical with Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown and keep those guys from getting to the basket because they're just getting layups right now.
Got news for you also. The defense for the Celtics have been very dominant in this series. The 7 Celtics that have played at least 10 minutes, Boston had its best defensive rating with Robert Williams III, 100% in 26 minutes. Grant Williams, 100%. And Marcus Smart, 102.5 in 39 minutes. I mean, that is dazzling right there. That means that the Celtics are committing to the defensive stop, pushing the envelope with the speed of the game, and they're getting some scoring help from multiple guys. When you have multiple targets, multiple snipers, if you will, that are shooting from different points on the court, that is almost undefensible. When it doesn't matter who it goes to. You can't double or triple one guy, so you can't go after Jason Tatum because the other two, there's 2 or 3 guys on the floor that are just scoring as much as he is,
and it goes all the way down to the bench. That's like it goes. We're talking about shots made by Derek White. We're talking about shots made by Peyton Pritchard. Those guys are knocking down big shots too, and even a guy like Daniel Tice. I mean. These are people who you don't think about over the course of an NBA season, but they're wide open in these finals and they're knocking down shots and they're making the Warriors pay for having to over defend Tatum and over defend Brown.
888-368-1580. Big George, happy Friday, gentlemen. It's a beautiful day here in Carlsbad. Come on, George.
This is how he starts it. Really?
Current temperature 67. How's the weather there? It's okay. It's too hot. Too damn hot is what it is here in Phoenix. Okay, George? I mean, have your laughs now, Big George. Oh, hey, George. You don't have any prickly heat under your arms or between your legs. You big giant man, you. Meanwhile, the rest of us are powdering up like it's going out of style. Jake the Snake says, what's up, guys? Great show. Thank you for that. Celtics just seem like the better team. Steph is still the best, though. Well, I mean, that's what Keon and I were just saying. I mean, is anybody on hello? Anybody on this frequency? Can we get any of the Golden State Warriors to step up and start firing? Okay, Klay Thompson started to last game. Let's see if he can carry it over to game 4 tonight in a hostile. And if you think last time was hostile, since everybody had something to say about the chant that was raining down from those Bostonians, you ain't seen nothing yet. Mars Bars 805. If you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, if you like making love at midnight, okay, I see what you're doing right now. Let me just get it out of the way.
If you like pina coladas,
yeah,
get caught in the rain.
I see what you're doing there, Mars Bars 805. Mr. Pink Eye. Hi, guys. Any idea what are the requirements to join the Big Johnsons? Well, I mean, first of all, you have to be a personal friend of Radio Ron Cohen, the proprietor and owner and president and CEO of this fine establishment. So that's like number one. I still haven't heard from him, Keon. Did you get a text from him?
No, I didn't.
I'm still waiting on Radio Ron to please send us the locale so Keon and I can go have a picture and watch the Big Johnsons in action. Maybe I shouldn't say it like that.
I think he's just being humble.
Maybe I phrasing.
I don't know how you could phrase that.
Mr. Pringle says, as a Celtics fan, I hope Stephanie is fully healthy. He's one of the few NBA non-Celtics players that I enjoy watching. Look, I don't know why you keep calling him Stephanie, but Steph Curry, he has got a sweet stroke. You know, it's odd because he's not overbearingly big, but yet he carries a big dagger. And he's proven that over the years. Thunder Snow is on the text line. Says, okay, hold on a minute. Randy White is the sexiest man in sports talk radio, not Keon. Well, I beg to differ with you, Thunder Snow, from where I sit. And remember, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, Thunder Snow. I'd say the sexiest man in sports talk radio, Keon Rose.
That means a lot coming from Randy.
Mr. Wilbur, thank you. Mr. Wilbur, I'm not here right now, but here's the weather report from Anchorage, Alaska. Temperature currently in Anchorage is 61 degrees. Suck on it, Phoenix. Thanks, Mr. Wilbur. I have some very mean things to say to you, but I am not going to say them. So Big George says, sorry, Randy, I'll be back in Phoenix next weekend and enjoying the heat along with you guys. Let's hope those monsoon storms that are brewing along the Arizona and New Mexico border right now start to make their way towards Phoenix. Yeah. I don't know if you guys are out there. It's 111 cool degrees right now. It's very, it's very spring-like here. 111 degrees. There's an excessive heat warning in effect for all of Arizona. If you now here's a daily blender tip for you. If you spontaneously combust, stop, drop, and roll immediately. Then find some cover, find some shade, and get plenty of beverages, plenty of water, and wear cool, loose-fitting clothing. That will help with the prickly heat. Okay, stop, drop, and roll, because people have been known to spontaneously just combust right in their car seat as they're driving along, moving from one place to another. That's why you see those burn marks. Have you seen those yet? The scorch marks on the highway, Keon?
I have not seen that yet.
Oh, just wait. Yeah, as the summer goes along, somebody will spontaneously combust. Their car will become engulfed, and you will see them on the side of the road. And for some unknown reason, there's a blanket around them. DPS, our hardworking DPS guys are out there, and they'll have a blanket around this person, and they'll be drinking a water, and their car goes up in smoke. It's what happened. That's why it happens.
I'll tell you what did happen to me earlier today. I was driving in to the station, and my little monitor screen in my car that tells me this is how much gas you have and all that stuff. It basically said on the screen, "It's too hot. This is going to shut off until it gets cooler."
What?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
my car just quit.
All right. Couple of more things about tonight's game, and I've got some other news about this. We'll be hitting it throughout the show. Hell, we're going to be here for 2 hours and 43 minutes. It's not like it's March Madness and we get time off. I will say this. I think, and by the end of the show, when we break it down and set you up for tonight's game, I think Ken and I will give you our thoughts on why we're picking, what we're picking, who we're picking, and what the score will be. I always have fun with that. And for this series, I don't know why, but for this series, I'm really engaged. I think this is a good series. I think this is one of the more fun series I've seen over the past several years in the NBA. But anyway, we'll be talking about this all day. But before we go to break, I just, how do you feel now as the fourth dimension? Are you still sold out? I know Fed Fan is really sold out on Steph Curry. She's a big Steph Curry fan. Are you still sold that the Warriors can somehow win tonight, take it back to San Francisco, win there, come back to Boston, win there, and finish this thing out?
And are the people, because a lot of people didn't just say Warriors, a lot of them were saying Warriors in 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Do you still think that that's the case? Because we've always thought this was going to go 7 games.
Yeah.
Do you still think it's 5 or 6 for the Warriors? Because I don't see that.
All right, 888-368-1580. It's a Friday here on the Daily Blender, so I expect lots of fun and frivolity on the text line. Again, Jeffrey O'Brien in Palm Springs today, probably monitoring what's going on right now. And if he does not have a coronary for how we've started this show, he should be back. I don't know exact dates yet. He's very busy. He is working. He's not on some vacation like some people speculate that I was. Some people are speculating that I missed a week and I was on some sort of island vacation. I don't know how that got out there because I was never gone. I was here the whole time. I was working. Anyway, 888-368-1580. Around the corner, we'll talk some hockey. I know you're going to love that. Plus, you should really like hockey because it's played on ice. And with 111 degrees, I'm just saying, it's a Daily Blender on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
Game 4 of the NBA Finals tonight in Boston as the Celtics host the Warriors. The Celtics lead the series 2-1, and they are favored in tonight's game. They are favored by 4 points, paying out at -168 on the money line. The Warriors pay out at +142. The over-under has been set at 214. Overall, the Celtics are sitting as -230 favorites to win the finals, while the Warriors pay out at +185. Jason Tatum has the best odds to be the NBA Finals MVP. He pays out at -110. Steph Curry, second best odds at +190. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
As we plan for our retirement, there are 4 questions we need to ask ourselves or our retirement planning advisor. How much? How long? How safe? And what cost? Let's start with how much. That is, how much income we think we'll need each and every year for the rest of our lives. including all the activities we want to enjoy during our retirement, like travel, recreation, and entertainment. Plus the cost of housing, including repair and maintenance, taxes, insurance, and utilities, as well as the cost of healthcare, including expenses not covered by Medicare.
Enjoy safe, secure lifetime income of 5 to 9% for life, depending on age and deferral period, with no fee deductions and no annuitizing. Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so let's compare free in Scottsdale. For more, visit iqannuity.com, iqannuity.com, iqannuity.com.
NASCAR Championship weekend is back at Phoenix Raceway. Drivers will put it all on the line to claim NASCAR greatness. The Truck Series Championship kicked things off Friday night under the lights. We're going to tear it up tonight. Followed by an action-packed Saturday, where fans will witness an ARCA and Xfinity Series Championship doubleheader. Don't miss out on the action November 4th and 5th. Get your tickets now for NASCAR Championship weekend at PhoenixRaceway.com or call 866-408-RACE.
You can hear the grunts of pain. You can smell the workout sweat. You can feel the muscles straining. And even if you can't, we can.
And that's all that really matters.
NFL training camp.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Here we go.
It fills the senses.
Well, everyone's but yours.
Get the latest info, insights, and breaking news here.
Respect what it is we're doing here.
On your home for the NFL, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Triple 8-368-1580 here on the Daily Blender. Be a part of the program. It is a Friday version. My name is Randy White. That is Keon Rose, Jeffrey O'Brien on assignment, and we are continuing our journey through hour number one on our way to 6 o'clock tonight. Mr. Wilbur says, you mentioned Tiger Woods' yacht. Have you ever seen Stevie Wonder's piano? Neither has he. Okay. That was uncalled for. Mr. Wilbur. I don't think you've seen Stevie Wonder's piano either. Mars Bars 805 says, Randy, I have one rolled and ready. Should I stop, drop, and roll another one? 805, please, and let's go Raiders. I don't think that's what it means. Keon, when you were in school, did they teach you if you catch fire, your clothing catches fire, or anything, you should stop, drop, and roll? Did you ever learn that? Because when I was in, back in the dark ages, when I was in elementary school, Fireman Bob came to our classroom and taught us about fire safety. You know how to put out a grease fire. You do not throw water on a grease fire. You cover the pan. Did you know that?
I did know that. Yeah.
Well, and that's good.
And yeah, the stop, drop, and roll. I did learn that. Yeah, that was elementary school. I think first grade. We had the whole thing. Yeah.
Did you learn about what to do in case of a nuclear attack? If you're in the school and the sirens go off, get under your desk. That's the safest place to be.
That was not what we learned in school.
We learned that. Yeah.
They weren't teaching us about.
Those school desks must be somehow nuclear resistant, because we were taught in case of a nuclear attack, get on the floor, get under your desk. And then later on, I learned then just kiss your ass goodbye, because you're not going to survive that. I mean, what a waste of time. But it got us out of mathematics, I guess. So that was good. Blissful Hayes, happy Friday, Randy and Keon. 2 drummers for Spinal Tap died from spontaneous combustion on stage. Yep, you're right. I saw the movie, I saw the documentary, and I saw the third drummer, who was in a bathtub most of the time that they did his interview, because he did not want to spontaneously combust. That's a true story. Thank you, Blissful Hayes. You didn't see Spinal Tap, the movie?
No.
Oh my God.
I did
That's
not.
one of the greatest documentaries about one of the greatest rock bands of all time. Keon, you need to watch that.
I will add it to the list of things.
I mean, this is Spinal Tap. Yes, it's older. It's a British band, but I think you will you'll glean a lot from one of the world's greatest rock and roll band.
Yeah, and I love movies about music, and I like music, so I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
Have you heard of Spinal Tap? One of their biggest selling albums was "Smell the Glove."
I have heard of Spinal Tap. Yeah.
Yeah. The Hefty Lefty. I wish both the Celtics and Warriors would spontaneously combust. Wow.
That's extreme, sir.
That's why he calls it spontaneous combustion. Yeah. That is extreme. Hefty Lefty. Who would you rather see? And don't say Suns. I can't go through that pain again. Boogie. Hey, Randy, would you say Ohtani is an odd player or a special player with him playing both sides? I'd say he's a very special player. And I have a story about Ohtani coming up later on this very radio program. For those of you who think I'm an Ohtani hater, I am bringing that up. And Jeffrey is not here to continuously tell me that I hate Shohei Ohtani. I do not. Boomer Sooner, good day, Randy. Blender Nation, Randy, I need an ice cold beer and a couple of shots and a Boomer Sooner for the national championship win last night. Very sorry, Keon. Great effort by your Longhorns. Was it really a great effort by the Longhorns?
It was. They were just overmatched. You know, this Sooners team might be one of the great softball teams of all time.
I mean, when I watched the games, Longhorns, they barely even got out of the dugout, man. I mean, that young lady from Oklahoma, Alo, is that her last name, Alo? Boy, she can hit. Wow.
Yeah.
She squares the ball up better than any major leaguer I've ever seen, except for maybe Ken Griffey Jr. Boy, she can hit. Wow.
Yeah, no, she was just knocking the cover off the ball. I don't know what you do with that.
Congratulations, Boomer Sooner. But because my friend is grieving, a Longhorn fan, I'm not going to go Boomer Sooner right now. I'm not going to rub it in his face. I'm a respectful person. Jagdog says, "Good afternoon, fellas. Did you see Draymond coming back strong and going over 6.5 rebounds tonight?" Keon, I'll let you answer that.
I do. He played pretty poorly before, and he knew he played poorly. And he said on his podcast, he kind of let the noise about the officiating get to him, and he was not as aggressive as he should have been because he didn't want to pick up any techs, is basically what he said. So it didn't help them. Obviously, he wound up fouling out of the game, so that doesn't help either. I would rather see Draymond get the technical and play his game than not get the technical, but play some different style of basketball that's not the Draymond Green we know. The Draymond Green we know is scrappy and a little bit annoying and a little bit and reckless. That's the guy that I want to see out there on the floor, and I think that's the guy that Golden State needs to show up. And I don't think that he's gonna have a same bad performance as he did in Game 3. I think he's gonna bounce back.
I agree with you. I think that Draymond Green's going to be different. I think he's going to be more focused this game. He's not going to let the stage take his focus off of the job that he needs to do. Over 6.5 rebounds. I don't know. I think it's going to be close because this Celtics team, they've been manhandling the Warriors.
Yeah, just flat out dominating the boards. That is part of the problem that Golden State has to solve. Is these guys are just taller than us. How do we get the ball? How do we get these offensive and defensive rebounds from them? That's going to be tough for Draymond to figure out too, because Draymond is, smaller than Al Horford, and he is smaller than Robert Williams.
Over 6.5.
I think if he gets over 6.5, he just gets there. But
I'll take the under on that one, Jack Dog. I'll take the under 6.5. Is what I would go with. Mars Bars 805 says, "I'll give you the Longhorn. Go SC." Sports Center? Really? Boomer Sooner. Oh, come on, Randy. I've got to have a Boomer Sooner for the national championship. Keon's a big boy. He can handle it.
And Boomer Sooner's been classy. I can take it.
I got Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner. There you go, Boomer Sooner. Blissful Hayes, what is the Vegas odds on total number of FU Draymond chants by Celtics fans? The Vegas odds, I think it's over 1,000.
Yeah.
Over 1,000, along with a chorus of something new that they've been cooking up, I'm sure.
I'm taking the over.
Yeah.
I'm taking the over.
There was another championship series playing out last night on the telly. CBS Sports all over it. The Tampa Bay Lightning, the two-time defending champions of the of Lord Stanley's Cup. Probably should rephrase that too, because I know what the fourth dimension is going to do.
No,
the two-time defending champions. They were in a contest against our very own Bruce Jacobs' New York Rangers, and Andre Palat strikes again with just 2 minutes remaining to lift the Tampa Bay Lightning to a 3-1 win over New York in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Now you have to keep in mind, New York had a 2-1 series. They actually had a 2-0. lead not too long ago. And the Lightning have won 3 games in a row. And they're going back to Tampa Bay for game 6. This could be it. This could be known as one of the greatest meltdowns in all of sports history. A team up 2-0, looking great, and all of a sudden, the heart of a champion comes out in the Tampa Bay Lightning. And they win and they rattle off 3 in a row. And by the way, I love it. At the end of the game last night, everybody on the ice, except for the goalies, everybody on the ice threw their equipment down and started fighting at the end of the game. Final horn sounds, bam! Everybody was going, man.
Which is, you know what? That's how that game felt too. Even early on in the game, it felt like there was something brewing. It felt like you went to a fight and a hockey game broke out. That's what happened.
Well, it's been a very chippy and emotional series. But when I saw the headline today, Andre Palat strikes again. You know, you can just see the lightning. Boy, the New York Rangers. Wow. I don't know what's going to happen to their head coach after this season, but I hope he has a good pension plan.
I mean, after this meltdown, it's going to be hard for him to hang on to the job there. I don't know how you do it.
I mean, if the Rangers lose this, well, wow. This will be ugly. But anyway, they head back. They will play. I don't know. In the next, what's the next game? It's not tomorrow night. It's night after, I think. See, they don't. This is hockey. They don't. Saturday, June 11th is the next game. They don't take 4 games in between on a travel day. They play Thursday. Refreshing. They're traveling today, and they play Saturday. You see what I'm saying? These are real men out here. He's not the coddled, soft NBA players.
Though I don't think that the NBA is doing this for the players. I think the gap is for them to make sure that the games land on the days that they want them to for the viewership and the prime time and all
coddled
that
and
stuff.
soft. Coddled and soft.
True. I just don't think that this is the case. Like I don't think they're doing this for the players because they didn't do it at any other point in the playoffs. That they're just doing it for the finals. And I think that's about ratings.
Mm-hmm. I will tell you this: I won't go there. I won't go there. I can just hear Bruce Jacobs howling. Bruce Jacobs is probably just howling in the morning with anger and venom and about these Rangers, just absolutely howling. And Dale Hellestrae is doing nothing but sitting by his side, just kind of laughing it on. You know, like Dale does. You know that laugh that Dale has?
That chuckle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy! Well,
And-
game 6 is Saturday night in Tampa Bay. We'll see what happens. Man, if the Rangers lose on Saturday, 888-368-1580. Boomer Sooner. Thank you very much, Randy. That's why I listen to you guys. Thank you, Keon. Well, Keon is probably the best sport I know. Probably.
I try to be. And look, Boomer Sooner's always been cool with me, and I can let bygones be bygones. And hats off to those Sooners. They ran over the Longhorns in that title. They've earned it.
Yeah.
Congrats.
888-368-1580. If you want to be a Hall of Fame texter, you got to text in early and often. It's a Friday edition of the Daily Blender. When we come back, I've got your Blender Man of the Day, and I think it's going to shock you. Plus, the Angels finally break through and end their long losing streak, and it was thanks to one guy. I'll tell you who it was next on the Daily Blender on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
What if I told you there's a wealth management firm that offers a 100% satisfaction guarantee? Think it doesn't exist? Think again.
Hi, I'm Mo Ansari, president of Compact Asset Management. When you start a new relationship with Compact, we'll create your customized investment portfolio and financial plan dedicated to help you reach your goals. Try us out for a year. If you're not happy for any reason, you'll get all of the management and maintenance fee that you paid refunded. This is our 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Dial pound 250 on your cell phone and use the keyword talk to Mo to find out more. Again, from your cell phone, dial pound 250, keyword talk to Mo. Satisfaction guarantee doesn't apply to fees and commissions charged by third parties for such things as insurance products or mutual fund redemptions. It also doesn't apply to any market losses which might occur in an account. For additional information regarding this guarantee, please see the disclosure brochure available at the time you enroll or upon request.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor. Funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
Remember when you could go to the doctor and actually leave feeling better? Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Katz. The problem with our healthcare system is the focus on the system and not on your healthcare. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum healthcare using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men and women's health. We help people find relief when other doctors have failed. Our naturopathic doctors can restore your pain-free life using cutting-edge regenerative treatments. We can also help restore balance to your immune, digestive, and hormonal systems. Addressing your cause can also improve both mental and emotional stability. If traditional medicines aren't working for you, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call us. We're the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, Arizona at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161, or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
Hey, everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. Are you seeing what is going on in the home buying market right now? Unbelievable. Not enough inventory, and there is a ton of demand. Some of these homes are getting 30, 40, 50 offers on them. How are you going to stand out? How are you going to differentiate yourself from the other buyers who are in line? I have a way. Use the Lund Mortgage Team. Lund Mortgage Team is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience right here in the Valley. They have a great reputation, and it is a trustworthy pre-approval. And on top of that, they are quick. That's one of the things. You got to come equipped and be ready to buy. So what you need to do is make that first phone call to 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940. Get that pre-approval going, and then get yourself ready to go buy that home of your dreams. Go online, lundmortgageteam.com, or call 623-875-9940.
Download the Fanatic app. News, scores, social media updates, and more on your smartphone, on your tablet. The free Fanatic app, available at the Google Play Store or the App Store, and at 1580thefanatic.com.
Welcome back to a Friday edition of the Daily Blender here at 1580 and 99.3, the Fanatic, Arizona's sports betting station. Speaking of sports betting, the finals, we've been talking about it already. We'll continue to talk about it the rest of the day. They're happening, and here's your chance to score big on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Throughout the finals, FanDuel giving customers $200 in free bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. You can bet the money line, point spread, player props, a whole lot more. I don't know. I need to go on the FanDuel Sportsbook app and see if there's going to be an over-under on the chance raining down on Draymond Green. Like, how many times is he going to hear, a specific phrase in one night tonight?
That's a great question. I don't know that FanDuel would keep track of that, though.
They come up with a lot of prop bets,
This is true.
And, I saw a prop bet one time. What color will whatever this athlete's shoe be tonight? You can put money on that.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
What color will be the Gatorade they pour on the winning coach's Super Bowl? Now, tell me that's a real important prop bet. I mean, who the hell cares what kind of Gatorade color they're going to pour on the guy? But they give you an opportunity there. You see what I mean? They give you all sorts of opportunities to win. Anyway, the bet I like tonight, I got to tell you, I think Boston puts a nail down tonight, and I think they really put the pressure on Golden State to respond back at home. I said this was going to be a 7-game series. I still feel that way, and I think that Jason Tatum is going to have a big game. I think he's going to. He's been finding ways to help his team out. And I think if you want to go on the other side, I think Draymond Green is under 6.5 rebounds because I don't think he can go up and get it like these Celtic players can. So there you go. I made a parlay up for you right there. I might have to build that myself. And if you don't like that one, there's all sorts of parlays that they have, same game parlays for you to jump on at the FanDuel Sportsbook. Just sign up with promo code Randy1580. And if you haven't tried FanDuel, now is the perfect time. The only thing sweeter than watching the finals is cashing in on all the action. Join today with promo code Randy1580 and turn a $5 bet into $200 in free bets. Win or lose, make every game feel like the final game in the FanDuel Sportsbook. I don't want to talk about Game 7 again. Still too soon. FanDuel, official partner of the NBA, 21 and older, presence in Arizona. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Or text NEXT STEP to 53342. And by the way, and we've said this many times on the Daily Blender here. You don't have to bet a certain amount of money. Like if you open an account, you can deposit for just grabbing a number. You can deposit $10 in your account. It doesn't have to be anything big. You don't have to go off and pick these games and then put $50 down unless you have that. I mean, that's cool if you got it. But if you're just like an average guy like Keon and myself, you could bet $1 at a time. Josh, help me out, Josh.
Josh
Applebaum, our betting expert that checks in on us regularly. He's given us a great formula. You put in whatever it is you put in, and then you bet like 3% of that. You don't bet the whole enchilada. You see what I mean? Then you have opportunities to win, and your money stays there. And did you hear what happened after the Rangers Lightning game last night, Keon?
No, I didn't.
Apparently, now I've seen this video. I didn't want to put it up on my Twitter. Okay, I didn't know how to put it up on my Twitter page, but I saw the video. A Rangers fan completely sucker punched and cold cocks this Lightning's fan, knocking him out. One punch knocked him out, and it was a left-hander. The Rangers fan was walking in front of the Lightning fan, okay? And the Lightning fan was chirping, but I think he was chirping because Ranger fans were chirping at him. So there was a little of that chirp back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Finally, this guy in a red shirt in front of the Lightning fan, the Lightning guy, he didn't even have a chance to protect himself. This guy wheels around, one punch, center mass of the face.
Oh, my God.
And he just went down. He was out cold right after the punch, millisecond, went down flat. And there were people in the video say, dude, he's dead.
Oh man.
He didn't wake up for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And Madison Square Garden has issued this statement. Last night, an abhorrent assault took place against a Tampa Bay fan at the conclusion of the game, followed by a second assault against an individual who bravely intervened. First, we ensured the victim received appropriate medical care and followed up to provide support from our guest services team. Equally important, we are cooperating fully with law enforcement, and this is now a criminal matter. The assailant, who will be banned from the Garden and all MSG venues for life. All guests, no matter what team they support, should feel free and safe, respected in the Garden. This has and always will be our policy. Well, I mean, good for them. But dear God, that punch.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It was an ugly punch too. It had that ugly sound to it. You need to look it up, Keon.
I'll check it out in the break.
Oh my God. I didn't put it on my Twitter page, but yeah, there you go. But see, here's the thing though. Why do you got to be unclassy? Why do you feel like you need to? Your team just won. You know what I mean? You don't need to add fuel to the fire. And you're in New York. Hey, those people are crazy.
Yeah, I keep my mouth shut, but I've and you've been to lots of games too, where the afterwards, the trash talking just kind of goes back and forth, and anybody else that's in attendance, they're gonna hear it, and I think that you kind of have to be aware of your surroundings. There are just certain fan bases you just don't unspool all of your trash talk, all of your best jokes, all of your one-liners. Maybe keep that to yourself. I'm not saying you deserve to get punched, because nobody does, but protect yourself. And that is one way you do it.
It's crazy the way things happen. I was at a 49ers Cardinals game, and this 49ers fan was just being obnoxious. I was walking right behind him. I had my eye on him. I was watching because he was really spewing some stuff. I mean, the Cardinals just happened to kick their ass that night, and we were walking out to our cars, and he just kept running his mouth. I had nothing to say. Everything that needed to be said was done on the field. 888-368-1580. Kiss the Cook says it's freaking Friday. Let get plans ready for a Blender Father's Day golf outing. Find a course we can take over for complete Blender anarchy. Well, I mean, damn, that sounds good, but
yeah.
Kiss the Cook, it's 111 degrees right now. It's an excessive heat warning.
It's incredibly ambitious.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But it's a good idea. It's a good idea. Damn good idea, Kiss the Cook. Maybe when it's fall. Jagdog says, is Jimmy G really signing with Carolina? I haven't seen anything like that come across my devices here. Keon, is there any news breaking with you that Jimmy G signing with Carolina? Do you see anything? I just checked the CBS Sports Network. I didn't see anything there.
There's a lot of predictions. The Niners are expected to release Jimmy Garoppolo. That was a report that came out a couple hours ago, but I haven't seen anything indicating where Jimmy is going to next.
I get it. I understand. He's got a heavy, burden type of a contract, but that's the 49ers fault. It's not Jimmy G's fault. And, now they're going to offload him like a piece of used material. Just going to chuck him out there and see what happens. Kind of like Baker Mayfield, who gave everything he had last year for the Browns. The Browns go out and get, their guy who's not going to play this year. I'm sorry. He is not going to play this year.
He can't.
I mean, you can't tell me that after another woman comes forward and all the facts that have come out about the Texans being complicit in this thing along with him, that he's going to be playing. You can't tell me as the evidence keeps surfacing. Wow. So now what are the Browns going to do? Are they going to They're going to pick up some guy and pay him the league minimum or something?
No,
just to lose games, or the hell is their plan?
They've got Jacoby Brissett on the roster. I'm guessing he's the day one starter.
Wow.
The hell of a place to be.
And if I'm Baker Mayfield and I end up on another team, I don't care if I'm a backup or I'm a starter. I'm circling every time I play the Browns, and it's going to be my sole intention to kick their ass every time.
And Baker, sorry.
I was just going to say just pummel. I'm sorry.
Baker's like that. Baker is vindictive in that way. And the reason why he was playing injured last year was he's so competitive. So you know that when he sees the Browns, it's going to be go time. I can't wait for Baker to find another team and for him to play the Browns. I cannot wait.
Blissful Hayes is on the text line at 888-368-1580. Was it Debo who punched the guy? Did someone say you got knocked the F out? No, I didn't hear that. I just heard this sickening swack. And I'm surprised this guy's face was still intact. That's how hard this dude hit him. Bare knuckled with everything this dude had. He must have been a left-hander. And he just wheeled around. So he had that kind of circular motion, taking his fist towards this guy's face. And this guy was chirping along like scoreboard or whatever the hell he's rating. And all of a sudden his teeth are all over the floor. Just it nose everywhere on his face. His eyes were probably crossed. I mean, he just wound up and boom, it was out go the lights. That guy fell over like a bag of boards, just right on the ground.
No one deserves to be, knocked the hell out for talking some trash. However, protect yourself. You're in New York City. You know what New York is like. Just have some sense and protect yourself.
That's why I don't like all this swagger stuff, man. That's why I think it instigates stuff like this. Random texter said Jimmy G to Cleveland.
No,
I don't think they're going to want that. They're not going to want any part of that. Jimmy G, just like Baker's, probably going to have to reduce his salary, get out of the contract that he's in, and reduce his salary and make himself more marketable. That's when you'll start to see the market move on Baker Mayfield and Jimmy G. They're going to have to walk away from millions of dollars that were part of a contract that is meaningless now. Absolutely meaningless. That's why I say when these guys sign these, oh my God, Jimmy G's going to get $100 million over the next 4 years. Really? Let me see it happen. 888-368-1580. All right, the guy who got knocked out, Rangers fan, and oh boy, he's not going to go to Madison Square Garden anytime soon. Oh boy.
Which for him probably does hurt him. He's probably, diehard Rangers fan. If someone talking causes you to be so enraged, you knock them out. You're diehard Rangers fan, probably Knicks fan. He's never going back to that arena again to watch his teams.
Well, after this meltdown, do you really want to? All right. I didn't get to the story of the Daily Blender Man of the Day and the Angels finally breaking out of their streak. And I want to get to those two stories. Also, next hour, Pro Football Focus ranks NFL coaches, and apparently it's not very good. They rank them very poorly. We'll discuss that in hour 2 of the Daily Blender here on Arizona Sports Betting Station, 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Keon and I will be here till 6. Hope you stick around with us. Text line is open at 888-368-1580. You are the fourth dimension. You make this radio show go, so get on the text line now.
This week on RVER, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
Oh, that new doctor is drop dead gorgeous.
Oh, please, he's just another RV League educated surgeon with good hair.
No, he's different.
Nurses, we got a Class C motorhome with a detached driver's side mirror. Meet me in the OR. Stat.
Right away, doctor.
No, she's on break. I'll handle this one.
Oh, you conniving little...
When your RV really needs saving, Progressive has you covered. See if you could save with a leader in RV insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to policy terms.
NASCAR Championship weekend is back at Phoenix Raceway. Drivers will put it all on the line to claim NASCAR greatness. The Truck Series Championship kicked things off Friday night under the lights.
We're going to tear it up tonight.
Followed by an action-packed Saturday, where fans will witness an ARCA and Xfinity Series Championship doubleheader.
Yes, yes, yes.
Don't miss out on the action November 4th and 5th. Get your tickets now for NASCAR Championship weekend at PhoenixRaceway.com or call 866-408-RACE.
Kelly Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant Cash Offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, KBB.com.
As we plan for our retirement, there are 4 questions we need to ask ourselves or our retirement planning advisor. How much, how long, how safe, and what cost? Let's start with how much. That is, how much income we think we'll need each and every year for the rest of our lives, including all the activities we want to enjoy during our retirement, like travel, recreation, and entertainment. Plus the cost of housing, including repair and maintenance, taxes, insurance, and utilities, as well as the cost of healthcare, including expenses not covered by Medicare.
Enjoy safe, secure lifetime income of 5 to 9% for life, depending on age and deferral period, with no fee deductions and no annuitizing. Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so let's compare free in Scottsdale. For more, visit IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com.
What do a 450-year-old author and a bottle of 4 times distilled vodka have in common? Let's compare Shakespeare, shall we? Shakespeare, the man, the epitome of playwriting, the OG of live theater, the standard by which all others are compared. Shakespeare, the vodka, an original Polish spirit crafted from a recipe 12 centuries old with an unwavering attention to smoothness and purity, the standard by which all others should be compared. Maybe they're not so different after all. Shakespeare Vodka is the Shakespeare of vodkas.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
And welcome everybody to a Friday edition of the Daily Blender. Hour number 2 is successfully underway. Jeffrey O'Brien is on assignment for the CRC broadcasting entities. My name is Randy White, and over there, that's the sexiest name and man in sports broadcasting. Keon Rose behind the big steel tables in the control room at Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. You are a part of the show, the Fourth Dimension, of course, on our text line at 888-368-1580. And we jump right in tonight, game 4, of the NBA Finals. Boston faces the Dubs. That's coming on later on. We'll see what things happen. I mean, storylines to keep your eyeballs on. What kind of a chant does the Bostononians have for Draymond Green this time? And is it as filthy as it was before? And will Steph Curry play up to his potential after injuring that leg? I mean, he had big old giant Al Horford fall on his leg. That's like having an elephant fall on your leg.
Yeah, Al Horford is what, 230 pounds?
I don't know what he is, but he's like a big old elephant that fell on Steph's legs.
Not fun.
But Steph, apparently, I saw in a presser today, he's had 10 and a half hours of sleep, and he's been in the ice bucket a couple of times. That was yesterday. I'm sure he had a good night's sleep again. And today he'll be ready for action. The Seahawks have a problem. They're trying to get a deal with DK Metcalf. Doesn't look promising right now. And also the running back, Chris Carson, unsure about the future because of his injury. So that's kind of what's ahead of you. But first, I want to talk about the Blender Man of the Day. And Blender Man of the Day is 3-year-old Riker Webb, who was found safe in Montana after 2 days on his own, survived by seeking shelter in a shed. This, according to Today Parents. What an ironic magazine to write this up.
I know.
Riker was reported missing Friday afternoon and found on Sunday, roughly 2 miles from his home in the small town of Troy in northwestern Montana. That, according to Lincoln County Sheriff Darren Short. Again, authorities originally reported Riker was 4, but no, he is a handsome 3-year-old carrot top with those blue eyes. He looks like a pistol in this picture right here. The redheaded toddler was discovered by a family that was checking on their cabin. They heard a little boy's voice from the shed out back where they keep a generator. So they went to the shed and there he was.
Just hanging out.
According to Sheriff Short, he was very, very scared, noting that mountain lions and bears inhabit the area. So there were also severe thunderstorms on the evening Riker went missing. Temperatures dipped into the 40s. The shed where he took shelter was very old log cabin type structure, according to the sheriff. And this picture here, he has got here you see him in the back of the ambulance. His eyes are big. He's like, what in the hell just happened here, man? And he's got a onesie on. He apparently wandered away while looking for bugs. He likes to look for bugs.
That sounds like a very 3-year-old kid thing. Yeah.
He was looking for bugs and insects. And apparently it took the parents, this is why this is ironic, took the parents 2 hours to call authorities and report him missing. 2 hours.
Yeah. Not a good look. And I don't even think, because I don't want to make them seem like they're awful people. Maybe they just thought, oh, he's around, we'll just find him on our own. But I don't know. You got a missing 3-year-old. I would move a little bit faster. How about that? I would move much faster than they move.
Little Riker interested in bugs and insects. According to ground searchers walking a trail behind his house, they could tell some rocks had been freshly turned over like a child would do if they were looking for bugs. So good for him. He knew enough to get into shelter. Couldn't find his way home. He knew enough to get in shelter. He was a little dehydrated, very hungry, and wanted to see mom and dad. So there you go. The Daily Blender man of the day, 3-year-old Riker Webb. Riker, Ryker Webb. Your man of the day. All right. Congratulations, Riker Webb. The Angels, no doubt you know that they've been in a slump. Suffice it to say, that is an understatement. But last night, it was not going to continue. No one in Major League Baseball is capable of putting his team on his back like Shohei Ohtani. This dude got up and delivered. On the mound, he shut down the Boston Red Sox. Was it Boston they were playing? I think it was Boston.
I think so, yeah.
He was averaging 98.1 miles per hour with his four-seamer. And it several times during the game hit over 101 miles an hour. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never stood in the batter's box and had a pitcher throw at you at 90 miles an hour plus, you haven't lived.
I'm okay with not living then. I'm fine. However I am.
You have not lived. He also was able to get in the batter's box himself, where he hit a home run and had a good his 12th homer of the season and first since May 29th. That was when he hit 2 against the Blue Jays. So 44 games. 44 plate appearances for Shohei Ohtani since the last time they won until last night. When the Angels win, good. It'll be an opportunity for them to start another one. I'm just kidding. I am just kidding. We already talked about the Diamondbacks yesterday, Winnie. Let's take a couple of texts before we move on. At 888-368-1580, Swave Dave. Just got home with my new glasses Always takes a little adjustment, but it's like getting a new windshield. You won't feel in the fog anymore. How about a shot and a beer? Absolutely. And your shot and your beer. There you go. Swave Dave, congratulations. Something OG. I wouldn't want to resign if I was DK either. Get me a quarterback. Oh, I would want to resign. Well, I don't think he wants to resign. I think he wants a trade, right? DK doesn't want to be there if they can't get a quarterback.
Did he mean resign or re-sign?
Maybe re-sign.
Got to put that hyphen in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I have new glasses too. So sorry if I screwed that up something, OG, but you wouldn't want to re-sign either if they didn't have a quarterback. He says, get me a quarterback first, then we'll talk. Agreed. But you had to do something, right? Pete Carroll didn't make this move because he didn't like Russell Wilson. He made this move for a reason, right?
Yeah, I mean, you assume that they could have worked things out with Russ if they really, really wanted to. I don't think that they hated Russell Wilson or anything like that. But Pete Carroll had one way he wanted to do things, which was, I want to run the football and play defense. And Russell Wilson's like, look, I'm a quarterback. I want to throw it. You know, you've got me these weapons. I've got Metcalf. I've got Lockett. Why aren't we putting the ball in the air more?
Yeah.
And that difference of opinions, basically, team had to choose between quarterback and coach. They chose the coach. And so now they have to rebuild. And I do think that they are going to get their quarterback situation sorted out based on the fact that they haven't made any moves this year to do it this year. I'm guessing they want to draft one. So they're going to have a guy next season. But in the meantime, if you're going to try and iron things out with DK Metcalf is going to look at you like, hey, here I am on a team with no quarterback. I mean, and you're going to tell me that you really believe in Drew Lock, and nobody believes you. Nobody believes you.
Yeah. I got to believe that they're going to make a play for one of these guys, either Garoppolo or Baker Mayfield. Come on. This is the sea chickens, man. That's what they do. They figure out ways to get stuff done.
I get that, but this is the year that I'm looking at a lot of teams, and some of these teams are going to allow themselves to be a little bit bad because next year's draft gets you Bryce Young, gets you CJ Stroud, gets you I forget the name of the quarterback out of Kentucky. A lot of people like him. Gets you one of those guys, that those generational talents at quarterback. And I think some teams are going to allow themselves to maybe drown a little bit just so they can get a quarterback next year.
All right. 888-368-1580. I don't want to talk about the sea chickens anymore. Let's move on to our next topic. This should get the texters moving here. Pro Football Focus is doing it again. They've released their top head coaching rankings for 2022. Now, caution, Keon and I are just the deliverers. We're the messengers, okay? So here's what they say. I'll give you the top 10 because I don't know how this thing lays out here. I don't see a graphic for it, so I'm going to have to go down here. So number 1, at the top of the mountain, is Bill Belichick of the Patriots. Is Bill Belichick the number 1 coach right now in the NFL, Keon?
Just based on the success, because what they did was they went back 10 years. So the best coach of the last 10 years in the NFL. And if you're going to go back that far, then you can't really argue with Bill Belichick being at the top of the list, given the success that he had, when he had Brady, the defenses that he's built, the Super Bowls that they've been to and won. Yeah, Belichick deserves to be number 1 on this list.
Number 2, John Harbaugh of the Ravens. Raven Kid is going to agree with you.
Yeah, and look, Harbaugh deserves to be top 3. If not 2, then 3. Again, the consistency, how often the Ravens are competitive, the fact that they won a Super Bowl, with a guy who's not a superstar quarterback, with Joe Flacco, that ought to mean something. And so John Harbaugh, the way that they're able to change their team, we've got one quarterback, we do it one way, we got Lamar, okay, we'll pivot and do it another way. He deserves to be at 2. I have no problem with that either.
3 is Andy Reid of the Chiefs.
I mean, how can again, this is another one. I think this top three, pretty safe top three. Those are the three guys I would have expected to be near the top of this list, if not the top of this list. So I'm not going to argue with Andy Reid and what he's done, what he was able to do with Alex Smith, and then to bring in Patrick Mahomes, win a Super Bowl, go to another Super Bowl, and be at the top of the AFC year in and year out. Andy Reid at 3 makes perfect sense.
So of the top 3, only John Harbaugh has won 2 Super Bowls. Or I'm sorry, only Harbaugh won his Super Bowl with a non-star at quarterback. The other 2 guys had stars. Of course, Brady and Pat Mahomes. All right. So then, what about the next one, number 4? And I can't believe this myself.
I can't believe this either.
Number 4, according to Pro Football Focus, number 4, Cliff Kingsbury of the Arizona Cardinals ranks 4 on the list.
4.
He's ahead of coaches like Matt LaFleur, Kyle Shanahan, Mike Tomlin, Pete Carroll.
This does not make any sense. And every Cardinal fan knows that this does not make any sense. Cliff Kingsbury at 4? How? If you took Cliff Kingsbury and just did the first half of every season he's ever coached, even going all the way back to college, oh yeah, you could make the argument that he's 4. Unfortunately, there's the second half of seasons that happen where his record is terrible.
Cliff Kingsbury at 4.
I can't believe this list. I'm just going to say Pro Football Focus, they do incredible work with their player evaluations. Stay away from the coaching stuff because you don't have a clue if you think Cliff Kingsbury is the 4th best coach in the National Football League. I don't understand how that works. What could you even like? There are some guys that you can make a case. It wouldn't be a very good case. You wouldn't win any arguments, but you could make a case. You can't make a case for Cliff Kingsbury at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10.
Come on, man.
This guy's not a top half of the league coach.
Had 11 wins last year. Come on, man.
And then what happens?
Same thing that happened the year before. It's faded away into oblivion. And number 5 on the list is Pete Carroll of the Seattle Sea Chickens. Now, keep in mind, Kingsbury and Carroll are above Matt LaFleur, Kyle Shanahan, Mike Vrabel, Frank Reich, and Mike McCarthy. And you don't even old Rams boy is not even on the top of the list.
No, it's not in the top 10.
Mike Tomlin's not even in the top 10.
What kind of list is this? This might be.
But you got Cliff Kingsbury and Pete Carroll.
This is what I'm talking about. You could make a case. You could make a case for Pete Carroll because Pete Carroll's got the Super Bowl. Because he's got the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he pissed another one away.
Yeah, he did that, and of course he has. They haven't been close really since. But you could make a case for Pete Carroll. You can't make a case for Cliff. Not a sane one.
All right, number 6 again. Mike Tomlin is not on the list. Sean McVay, not on the list. Matt LaFleur of the Green Bay Packers is number 6.
Matt LaFleur is a really damn good coach. Really damn good. But the dude inherited Aaron Rodgers. And I'm not saying that doesn't count for anything, but he inherited Aaron Rodgers. And to my count, and correct me if I'm wrong, Randy, there's no Super Bowl there.
No.
There's no ring there. Okay. So I'm looking at, what am I looking at exactly?
I'm loving this as I watch this play out before my eyes.
This scheme that Matt LaFleur runs, it's inventive, it's creative. It hasn't won a ring yet.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got Aaron Rodgers, who's a first ballot Hall of Famer. You had Devontae Adams. You couldn't get it done. How is he ahead of somebody like Mike Tomlin? I don't understand this.
888-368-1580. You can chime in on this. Pro Football Focus top 10 head coaches right now. 2022 NFL head coach rankings, top 10 according to Pro Football Focus. And number 7, Kyle Shanahan. Now keep in mind, Cliff Kingsbury is 4. Kyle Shanahan's been to a Super Bowl, didn't win, but been to a Super Bowl and is number 7.
It's absurd. They should fire whoever put this list together. Dude, I have written for a publication or two. If you wrote a list like this and took it to an editor, they'd throw it back in your face. No editor would let you publish that. This list is an insult to anyone with eyeballs.
Number 8. I'm going to go to all 10, Keon. Number 8, Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel.
I'm actually okay with Vrabel around there. I'd have several coaches ahead of him, but Vrabel at 8 is like the first sane thing that's happened since Andy Reid at 3. I don't know what they were thinking when they put this thing out here.
9, Jeffrey's coach, Frank Reich. Number 9. And number 10. This is the one that gets me right here.
God, I didn't even see that one. I'm going to be sick.
Mike McCarthy of the Dallas Cowboys.
Mike McCarthy's one of the worst coaches in the league. He's one of the worst coaches in the league. The teams win actively despite the fact that he is coaching.
Uh-huh.
How? What did they see that made them think he was 10?
Mike Tomlin and Sean McVay not on the list.
Not in the top 10.
But Mike McCarthy makes number 10 somehow.
Oh my God.
Wow. Let me give you the list again so you can write them down and you can join the show at 888-368-1580. Here you go. Number 1, Bill Belichick. Number 2, John Harbaugh. Number 3, Andy Reid. So far, so good. This is where the wheels come off the damn thing.
Oh my God.
Number 4, Cliff Kingsbury. Number 5, Pete Carroll. 6 is Matt LaFleur. 7, Kyle Shanahan. 8, Mike Vrabel. 9 is Frank Reich. And number 10, Mike McCarthy. Number 10, Mike McCarthy.
Not Sean McVay, who just won a championship. Not Sean.
Mike Tomlin and Sean McVay not on the list.
And I understand that Mike McCarthy, though I think if you go back 10 years, you can't even count Mike McCarthy's championship because it was before 10 years ago. So if we're just counting the 10-year window, Mike McCarthy doesn't even count. What? I don't honestly know who put this list together.
Pro Football Focus is the culprit.
I mean like the individual person who put this together. They need to put that person's name out there. That person has to answer for this crime against football that they've committed.
All right.
Crime.
All right. When we get back, we will take your thoughts on this. 888-368-1580. That's the line to get involved in the show. It's a Daily Blender on this Friday, June 10th, here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Something you probably do know. Progressive can not only offer you a great price when you bundle home and auto, they offer you round-the-clock protection. Something you probably don't know, the average oak tree branch can hold 70 pounds. Something you probably do know, your neighbor is building their kid a treehouse. Something you probably don't know, a falling treehouse would take out your whole fence. Bundle your home and auto with Progressive and get more than a great price. Get round-the-clock protection. Something you know for the things you don't know. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
NASCAR Championship weekend is back at Phoenix Raceway. Drivers will put it all on the line to claim NASCAR greatness. The Truck Series Championship kicked things off Friday night under the lights.
We're going to tear it up tonight.
Followed by an action-packed Saturday, where fans will witness an ARCA and Xfinity Series Championship doubleheader.
Yes.
Don't miss out on the action November 4th and 5th. Get your tickets now for NASCAR Championship weekend at PhoenixRaceway.com or call 866-408-RACE.
Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harmon Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer, up to 85% on your monthly bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
So sticky. At Hannah's Organic Honey, business may be sweet, but they need an e-commerce queen bee to lead the hive.
Okay, these jars are going to Jakarta. Oh, wait a minute. Does that say Jackson?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by interviewing on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Business people like it straight and to the point. So here it is. Bruce Jacobs here to tell you take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Level your energy costs, protect yourself from inflation. How's that for straight and to the point? Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Arizona Rattlers football.
Exclusively on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. And at 1580thefanatic.com.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Tune in to hear every home game live.
Let's go, boys.
Don't miss a second of all the high-paced action as the Rattlers chase another world championship.
Hey, if we're going to win, it's going to be on us.
Rattlers football on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Or streaming live at 1580thefanatic.com.
Triple A 368-1580. You're going to want to get in on this one. Pro Football Focus, and I found the article on Pro Football Focus. They are ranking head coaches right now in 2022. Let's go to the text line and do some damage control. Hefty Lefty says Cliff has never been called a 4 in his life. He's easily a 7 or higher. You mean like 8, 9, 10? Like that higher? Not a 7.65, right? I would agree with that right now. Big George says, is Michael Bidwell the writer of that list of the best coaches in the NFL? Sure seems like it. No, the writer of the list, Big George, is someone by the name of Connor McQuiston. Connor McQuiston, who had nothing better to do on June the 6th than come up with a maniacal ranking of coaches. And that's a Connor McQuiston, Fighting Wampa. So I guess it's safe to say Cliff Kingsbury's mom is employed by Pro Football Focus. No, Connor McQuiston. Connor McQuiston. Boogie says, remember, Chris Collinsworth is the owner and chairman of Pro Football Focus. Now, here's a guy.
But he doesn't write the articles, and he doesn't agree with everybody at Pro Football Focus all the time.
He's the owner and chairman of the damn board.
Right.
He needs to be held responsible for this maniacal list that
that's true, because you know what?
that have enraged everybody in football.
Connor McQuiston was hired by him ultimately.
Here's a guy, this Connor McQuiston. Here's a guy. Right, guy says Pro Football Focus is not focused. That's a good point. Watermelon, does the article say what info goes into the ranking? Geez, it's horrible. Well, as a matter of fact, it does tell me what goes in. It does tell me what goes in. Note, this ranking does not consider results from prior to 2011. It does not include first-time head coaches, since success as a coordinator is not necessarily translate to success as a head coach. Thus, Josh McDaniels, Brian Daboll, Matt Eberflus, Nathaniel Hackett, Mike McDaniel, and Kevin O'Connell are not included. So tell me why Mike Tomlin is not in there. They're saying that the information they used was offensive rank and defensive rank.
This is how, because I like the analytics, but this is an example of how analytics can lead you into the weeds, like just into the damn wilderness. You just get so lost in numbers, you no longer see reality, logic, reason. Like your eyes don't matter anymore. It's just numbers. That's the only way that you could make a list this insane. This is the most unhinged ranking of anything I have ever seen in my life. Mike Tomlin, by the way, is number 13.
Sean McVay is number 11 on this list.
I mean,
oh my God. Zach Taylor just went to the Super Bowl, but he's in the list, tier 4, room for improvement.
Okay, yeah, one improvement, maybe win the Super Bowl. But...
Jeez. Oh my God. Okay.
I can't respect any list that has Mike McCarthy as a top 10 coach. I just can't. I can't.
Tomlin and Harbaugh should be right next to each other in any ranking. Their teams are mirrors of each other. Also, I know to ignore anything Pro Football Focus says. Okay, Kyle G. Thank you. Ookla the Mock. MVP Rodgers with 1 and TB12 has 6. You tell me who's better. Wow, who made that? Helen Keller? Something OG. It's got Belichick 1, Reed 2, McVay 3, Harbaugh 4, 5 Carroll, 6 Tomlin, 7 McDermott, 8 Wright, Kingsbury 9, Vrabel 10. But I still think it's too high for Kingsbury.
I can't put Kingsbury in a 10. 10? I'm also about to have a stroke because I just saw Arthur Smith with 1 year of coaching experience with the Atlanta Falcons is ranked ahead of Zach Taylor, who went to the Super Bowl with the Bengals.
I know. This just proves to me about the analytics thing.
I'm actually not going to survive this show.
You can take some of the stuff and use it, but they drill down so deep. They get so macro focused on things that this is what happens. Hefty Lefty, Connor McQuiston just wanted to prove that he can be called more names than Draymond Green this week.
Can they chant his name in the Garden tonight during the NBA Finals? Somebody has
Connor McQuiston.
Somebody has to.
Watermelon. Thanks, Randy, for the info. It doesn't make the list any better, though. LOL. Yeah, no kidding. Connor McQuiston. So this is funny. Bill Belichick is the best head coach in NFL history. Moving on. That's all he said about Belichick. And I'm looking at this defensive rank, plus 121 points scored a season. Defensive rank, minus 32 points allowed per season. And then it has, in parentheses, a record 11.7 versus 5.3 record with average roster. Average roster?
That's what they're saying. That basically, if you took these coaches and put them on a team with an average roster, this is how it would shake out.
Geez.
Now, I know for a fact, because I watched him coach.
Where's Kingsbury?
That Mike McCarthy had a great roster in Green Bay. And quite frankly, didn't win enough Super Bowls with that roster. And you're telling me that if you gave Mike McCarthy an average roster, he'd be a top 10 coach? No, that doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. That does not follow from any of the things I've seen with my 2 eyeballs.
888-368-1580. This is hilarious. Oh, and he's got a nice little graph here showing his findings. A nice little graph here. Projected Pythagorean wins with average roster. Oh my God. We're using the Pythagorean theory. Dear God.
Yeah. Oh my God. I just clicked on the link for Pythagorean wins, and it's a whole equation.
Oh.
Okay. Here's the thing. And I always thought this because I like numbers. I like the analytics stuff. I think it's really interesting. I think you can do a lot of really cool stuff and find some really cool trends and interesting things. But analytics are always to be informed by what you see with your bleeping eyes. You cannot just use numbers for this stuff.
Hello, Tori Lavello, are you listening? Tori,
please.
Tori Lavello, are you listening?
Tori, sir, sit down, have a seat. You can join this conversation too. If the numbers don't corroborate with what you see with your eyes, you just have meaningless numbers. They're useless.
Oh boy. Let's see. Is this a new text? Oh no. They have texted him once before yesterday at 7:05. The texter 3668. We need to get you a texter name 3668. 3668 says that top 10 list is a joke. McVay, Tomlin, Arians all missing. Cliff Kingsbury should be about 19. McCarthy about 27. How about McCarthy at 127? Diamondbacks already losing to the Phillies 1-0, bottom of the first. Reese Hoskins with a home run for Philadelphia. Yeah, look out for Bryce Harper. Even though he's overrated, he's going to hit a home run tonight. I almost guarantee it. He's going to hit a home run. He has been red hot lately. Back to 3668. We got to get you a texter name. You can pick anything you want. It's your chance to pick a name that really envelops who you are. And if you need help, I can help you. I've come up with many great names, and I have them on a list. Or you probably already have a name, like, Maverick or, something like that. Some sort of cool name for 3668. I ride a Harley 21. Something, I don't know. Something like that. Anyway, 888-368-1580. All right, there it is. Now that Keon is immensely frustrated.
This is the more I look at it, it's like an MC Escher painting. Just the more you look at it, the more confusing it gets. Brandon Staley and Nick Sirianni, who have coached exactly one season in both of their careers. They've never been to the playoffs. They're ahead of Doug Peterson, who won a Super Bowl with Nick Foles as his quarterback. How does that make sense? Somebody make it make sense to me, please. I'm not going to make it out of this show alive. I might actually pass out from just pure frustration. I can't look away. Like, this is a train wreck.
Is there some way I have somehow triggered your flash anger? Is that what I've done here?
But you didn't do it.
I've triggered your flash anger right here.
This Connor McQuiston did it.
Connor McQuiston.
In what world is Lovie Smith a 17th ranked coach? Lovie Smith hasn't coached football in 5 damn years.
Oh my goodness.
And he sucked when he was coaching in college this whole time.
Well, he's a good coach though.
Yeah, 6 years ago.
Boogie on the text line says, on the 31st beat head coach in the NFL, according to Pro Football Focus, I'd appreciate it if everyone would treat me as such. What? Goose's last plane ride. Says, Arians, come on, man. I want whatever this writer is smoking. It's a Connor McQuiston.
Well, Arians isn't coaching. So that's the only reason why he's not at the top. He's Todd Bowles is the coach of the Buccaneers now. So where is Todd?
Todd is way down there.
Oh my God. I guess since the last time Todd was the coach, he wasn't great. He had a really bad Jets team.
Yeah. That was the Jets though.
But even he's ranked ahead of Zach Taylor.
Mr. Wilbur on the text line says, I got a cool name for 3668. 36 and almost ate it. What? Ookla the Mock. Maybe the numbers, maybe the numbers they should use are those silly wins and losses.
I hear those help. I hear that that's a very solid way of looking at things. However,
Kyle G, even Skip Bayless thinks this list is a joke.
I mean, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this list.
Boogie is correcting his last text. I'm the 31st best head coach, I meant to say, in the NFL, according to Football Focus.
You might as well be, because apparently, no matter what you've won or haven't won, it doesn't matter.
Well, this has got to show you one thing. Not everybody has something to write about today, and that includes Connor McQuiston. MC Quiston. Connor McQuiston. Direct all your emails and comments. Pythagorean theory, ladies and gentlemen, in use. And you thought it was just going to be useless, and so you tuned out during math class. See? Connor McQuiston.
You should have been paying attention so that you could use the, what is it? It's points scored. I don't know. You know what? I can't even describe this without getting into even deeper math terms than I want to. Never mind. I'm backing out of that. I'm backing out of it.
I was told there'd be no math here. All right. When we come back, Tiger Woods has joined an elite club. We'll tell you what that is next. And also, we'll talk a little more about the NBA Finals happening tonight. It's the Daily Blender on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
So sticky.
At Hannah's Organic Honey, business may be sweet, but they need an e-commerce queen bee to lead the hive.
Okay, these jars are going to Jakarta. Now, wait a minute. Does that say Jackson?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by interviewing on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Market Wrap host Mo Ansari talks about the benefits of a financial advisor.
Not only the technicals and the fundamentals and the valuation, but you have to look at the macro picture. And that requires a lot of work where you're looking at the sectors and industries within the sectors. And then you find the stocks within the sectors that are doing better. And then you have to do the work on those individual stocks. And you sort of go through tons of sand before you find those nuggets of gold. And the discipline to do that continuously, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, that is the hard part. People become traders, but they have a job, they've got a family, they get distracted. And then you look at it 3 weeks later and it's all history. Like your personal trainer who keeps your health on check, this is why you need a financial advisor to keep your emotions in check.
If you need help keeping your investments on track, call pound 250 and say, talk to Mo, or go to compact.com and click on the Get Started button. That's COMPAK.com.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor, funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA, SIPC.
Well, Mrs. Grayer, nothing on the x-ray that pinpoints the source of the pain. Let's send you to our lumbar expert.
After reviewing the x-rays, I can't see anything wrong. Let's give you a steroid shot for the pain and send you to the lab for some blood work.
Tired of the runaround? How about trying a new approach? The holistic approach.
At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our medical doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. Our naturopathic doctors can restore pain-free joint function and restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. If traditional medicines aren't working, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
This is Dale Hellestrade from my friends at Constructors Bonding. If you need bonds, you can put your trust in Arizona's industry leader for the best service, rates, terms, and capacity anywhere. Constructors Bonding is the #1 writer with 14 sureties and will improve your bond program. Call Dave McKee today to learn how Constructors Bonding will perform for you. 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929. Or visit cbialliance.com.
Don't just do it every day. Do it several times a day. Because it feels that good.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about.
Get the latest sports headlines. The buzz around the league. Listen to podcasts. Stay up with social media. Just log on to our website at 1580thefanatic.com.
Yeah, 1580thefanatic.com. It's a great spot to be. I mean, even if you're moving around, you might lose the signal for a bit. Flip over to that app, and the app is free. You can get it on the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. Download it today, or you can go to 1580thefanatic.com, download the app as well. So all the information is right there, and it's free of charge, ladies and gentlemen. All right, 888-368-1580 is we put the buttons on this Goose's last plane ride. I'm calling Connor's mom right now. She apparently doesn't know what her son is doing.
I agree. She should listen. She should discipline him. You're never too old, I think, to be disciplined for something like this. I mean, where's this man's conscience? How is he raised?
Apparently, his conscience is in his underwear.
Should be.
It's not between his ears.
Should be where this list is. I mean,
Tiger Woods may not be winning a bunch of majors like he used to be. According to Forbes, Woods' net worth for the first time ever is an estimated $1 billion. And that's after he reported and declined a mind-blowingly enormous high 9-digit live golf deal. Woods is just the third professional athlete to become a billionaire, joining a pair of basketball stars, Michael Jordan and LeBron James. James achieved billionaire status earlier in June, making him the first active NBA player to have a net worth of at least $1 billion. Wow.
Impressive. Tiger Woods is one of those guys I would have assumed was a billionaire already, though.
Well, I mean, I would have too, especially back before the big fall. I would have thought, Nike and, everybody that was, he was on TV as much as Michael Jordan was at any time, I think. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're not. I remember seeing a lot of commercials with Tiger Woods in it, and not just on the Golf Channel, just sort of everywhere. He was. There was a point where Tiger Woods was ubiquitous. You couldn't get away from the guy.
I mean, have you seen his yacht? His yacht is a ship. It is not a yacht. I mean, that sorry boat that John Morant is on in that stupid commercial that they're paying him money. Where in the last shot, it's him on this green boat, Hulu or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not. That's like a lifeboat on Tiger's yacht. It's like a life raft.
Yeah. Wow.
Tiger's yacht, you could probably land an airplane on. This thing is huge. And then his jet. Have you seen his jet?
I haven't seen the jet.
Oh, yeah. I'll look up his jet. Oh, dear God. That's like it's like a commercial jet. And it's got the Tiger Woods, TGR logo on the back. It's badass. And he's just now a billionaire?
Yeah. And I mean, Tiger Woods was Nike guy.
He still is.
Still is. But I remember he was in a bunch of Lincoln commercials forever.
The list here says it's a Gatorade, Nike, TaylorMade, Monster Energy. All of those appear on his bags. You guys think NASCAR is the only ones that do that? How wrong you are. These guys have on the golf bags and on their shirts and stuff, and now the NBA's getting into. Hey, NASCAR has been damn cutting edge for years. And these guys are just now getting into that. Leave NASCAR alone.
Yeah, I'm looking at the jet right now, and
crazy, right?
The inside of that jet is just a lounge. It's just a giant lounge. He's got like several reclining chairs. There's a damn couch, basically.
Yeah,
built into it. glass table.
I mean, it's, life's good if you're Tiger Woods.
Tell me about it. Mood lighting.
Forbes noted that Woods has earned $68 million over just this past year, despite not playing much on the PGA Tour after recovering from a serious car crash. Okay, he got in a car crash, and he's been rehabbing. He's played a couple of tournaments. $68 million.
I clearly chose the wrong line of work. Guy should have been playing golf. I didn't realize that, but wow.
And then you add on top of that the so-called penance that the PGA Tour gives its winners. Have you seen that? Have you seen the difference between the LIV breakdown and the PGA breakdown of purses, like winners' shares?
No, I haven't seen that actually.
Oh, it's crazy. You need to look that up. This tournaments that are going on right now, the LIV tournament and the RBC Canadian Masters or whatever it is, it's happening right now. And you see the breakdown. I think the winner of the RBC gets like 1.2 million, and the winner of the inaugural LIV tournament gets them like 3 or 4 million. Every golfer in the field for the LIV tournament is guaranteed $120,000.
Yeah, wow.
It's a pretty big spread, isn't it?
And they've got a bigger field. They've got more golfers, and they're still paying more for you just show up.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Dustin, come over, be the face of the LIV tournament. We're going to pay you $200 million. Hey, Phil, yeah, we know that you're old age, but you have a name. Come on over. We'll give you $400 million. These guys over in Saudi Arabia are sitting around hitting the hookah at night, laughing all the way to the bank. And the PGA Tour is standing staunch on it. You know what? We have our standing and our tour professionals, and they should be towing the line. Look, I get the Saudi civil rights thing. I get it. I understand, and I'm 100% on board. But I hope the PGA learns something here. These guys that are out there, they want to compete with guys like that, on the NBA, the NHL, the MLB, the NFL. And quite honestly, it's none of our damn business if these guys go to Saudi, the Saudi-backed LIV tournament or not. I mean, I understand. I wouldn't go play. That's my own personal thing. But how do you turn down $400 million?
I don't know if you can. I don't know. I don't know that you do. And I agree with you. The PGA has to learn from this. They have to be able to look at this and say, hey, we've got to be able to give our guys some more money. We have it. So why aren't we doing this?
Well, exactly.
The field of players for us is smaller. We're not even talking about paying out the totals that the LIV tournament is paying out, because you still have less guys at any one event.
Look, if you make the cut in a PGA Tour event, you should make a guaranteed amount of money. Some of these guys make, depending on the tournament, and it fluctuates. Every tournament, it fluctuates. But some of these guys that come in last place, they have a bad tournament, but they made the cut. It doesn't even cover their expenditures for the week, their travel and food and lodging, and taking care of their equipment and taking care of their clothes and getting it cleaned and everything.
And if you're a golfer, I can understand wanting to make the money that the NBA guys make, the baseball guys are making. I understand that because you're doing this by yourself. So you're not having that camaraderie that all those other guys are having. Your entire life is dedicated to golf. To be anywhere near that good, that's your whole childhood. That's gone. And then, whatever relationships you manage to make, it's not the same thing as being on a team. So you don't make the same kinds of friends. You don't have that same circle of people around you and yet you somehow make less money, even though it feels like you've sacrificed more to a degree.
Brian DeChambeau, I guess, withdrew from the term. He's playing in next week's tournament, live tournament. And I guess he lost some sponsorship. You know what? I'll be honest with you. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. You PGA guys need to understand this. You go over to the live tournament, you're going to lose some sponsors, man. But don't cry too hard because you're going over there because you're making more money. Why should these sponsors continue to foot your bill when you're going to go make even more money in the live tournament? You want to be, it's like Graham McDowell said today, we're subcontractors. We should be able to play wherever we want. Oh yeah. Okay. Well then don't be counting that sponsorship money then. You want to be a subcontractor? You go be a subcontractor, but don't whine when your sponsors leave.
And understandably so, because again, with the history of what goes on in Saudi Arabia, the sponsors are not going to try and have their name attached to that. But what we're seeing is the Saudis are offering so much money, it covers your lost sponsorship deal.
Well, I just hope I don't hear from any PGA professional that, oh, woe is me, I lost my sponsors because I came over. I don't want to hear that. Sorry, man. Sorry. You went and took Saudi money, which I don't know that I could, even if it was $200 million. Congratulations, Tiger. They offered him $1 billion to go play in the live league. And guess what? He's not doing it. Rory McIlroy, you don't think he wouldn't get upwards of 9 figures to play over there?
Oh, he absolutely would.
Damn right he would. And guess what? He's staying here. Justin Thomas, sometimes money can't buy everything. And I'm on board with the whole human rights thing. I do not dig it at all. And I said it yesterday. I'll double down on it today. Greg Norman, leave Jack Nicklaus alone. Just leave him alone.
Yeah, didn't he say some more stuff?
Yeah, he keeps prodding at Jack Nicklaus. The guy's done nothing to you, Greg Norman. Leave him alone. Quit mocking him because he's not part of the live thing. That's not the kind of thing that we consider respectful to a guy who gave his life in the PGA. Yeah, he's made a great living.
But he built your game.
He's the guy that paved the way for you and other guys, Tiger Woods and the rest of you guys out there that are making millions today playing golf. Oh my God, playing golf. 888-368-1580. That's your way to jump in. Watermelon. Hi, guys. I don't do the Twitter. Is Connor getting trashed on there or what? Yeah, I don't know. We're just trying to do our part to get his name out there. Connor McQuiston. Ookla the Mock. No, Keon. It was Buick, and Tiger probably was a billionaire until his wife wielded a golf club on him in the driveway.
That was Buick, yeah. I don't know why I remembered Lincoln, but yeah, no, it was the big luxury SUV. I think he had one commercial that he did with Shaq.
Kyle G says Woods and James become billionaires and Nike founder is trying to buy the Trailblazers. I'm guessing Nike had a pretty big profit last year. Yeah. Big George says, Sergio said, I resigned because I don't want to get into any legal battles with anyone. I haven't resigned from the European Tour because I'd still like to be a member. I'm European. I love the European Tour. I played it for 23 years. Obviously, we're going to have to wait and see what the European Tour does, but I definitely would like to keep my membership and get my chance to make the Ryder Cup team. I love that event, but we'll wait and see what happens over there. Sorry, I didn't do it in the Sergio voice. All right. Hour number 2 down. We're headed into the final stretch on this Friday. You can be a part of the show on our text line, 888-368-1580. Got a lot to talk about in the next hour. Hope you come back, kids. It's all NFL this next hour on 1580, The Fanatic.
For the latest in the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the Main Event here on 1580 The Fanatic. And if you haven't heard, the show is now noon to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. So join us as we talk NBA Finals, NHL playoffs, Major League Baseball, and NFL. The Cardinals are getting ready for their season, and the Diamondbacks are in the middle of theirs. We'll keep you up to date on all the sports at the new time, noon to 2 p.m. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the Main Event, Monday through Friday, noon to 2 p.m. here on 99.3 FM and 1580 The Fanatic.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant Cash Offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the it's, KBB.com.
Remember when you could go to the doctor and actually leave feeling better? Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Katz. The problem with our healthcare system is the focus on the system and not on your healthcare. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum healthcare using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men and women's health. We help people find relief when other doctors have failed. Our naturopathic doctors can restore your pain-free life using cutting-edge regenerative treatments. We can also help restore balance to your immune, digestive, and hormonal systems. Addressing your cause can also improve both mental and emotional stability. If traditional medicines aren't working for you, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call us. We're the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, Arizona at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161, or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
It's Friday, and you're listening to the Daily Blender on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. My name is Randy White. Right over there, the sexiest man in sports broadcast, Keon Rose. Jeffrey O'Brien is on assignment. He's in Palm Springs working on our sister station, and we will be hopefully joyfully reunited with him very soon. Yeah, that didn't go well. You're on the text line at 888-368-1580 as we broadcast live from the Harmon Solar Studios. Before we get to NFL this hour, we were talking last hour, the LIV, the live thing. Swave Day says, Randy, you might remember an old joke where the punchline is you're a peeing. I can never remember the base of the joke. It's if you're rushing when you go into the bathroom and you're finished when you come out of the bathroom, what are you when you're in the bathroom, Swave Dave?
That's a clever one.
You're very welcome.
I've never heard that one before.
Yeah, Miss Kim and I, we like to watch Fixer Uppers there with the cute couple. What's her name? The Gaines, Chip and Joanna. And he told that joke on one of his shows. Nobody laughed at it.
I would have, but I've got blender humor at this point.
And he was clever. He kept trying that throughout the whole show to say it. and his wife, Joanna, wouldn't let him finish. Anyway, 888-368-1580. Thank you, Swave Dave, for jumping in. We got a lot to cover, but I had to talk about this, being an avid baseball fan as I am. And this is sad to see. Yesterday, the White Sox were taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers in Chicago. And with the White Sox trailing by 2 runs, top of the 6th, Tony La Russa decided to walk Trey Turner with a 1-2 count. So lefty reliever Bennett Sousa would face lefty Max Muncy with 2 outs. 5 pitches later, Muncy blasts a pitch to the opposite field for a 3-run home run. Final score 11 for the Dodgers, 9 for the White Sox. Apparently, Freddie Freeman had stole second on the final pitch to Trey Turner, and he slid in because Freeman decided to, since he stole the base, he decided to go ahead and walk Trey Turner. Now, keep in mind, Trey Turner had a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Now, Tony La Russa, who's quite elderly now, 77, it was brought in for some unknown reason a couple of seasons ago, and he's had a run-in or two with his players, and a lot of people keep questioning his managerial experience. I have to say, this one is it should be the final straw for those that are running the White Sox. I don't know if they'll do it.
I don't know if they'll do it either. Jerry Reinsdorf is Tony La Russa's buddy.
Freddie Freeman was stunned by the move when he was on second base. You could see a close-up of him. He's like, he did what? You could hear in the audio from the clip that I saw, somebody yelling, "There's 2 strikes, Tony." So somebody on his team is trying to tell him he had 2 strikes on him. Well, afterwards, Tony had to face the heat in the presser that the coaches go through.
That's the stuff that I like the post-game press conference for, because I don't think I want to wait until the coach feels like explaining what the hell was that.
Well, according to Tony La Russa, he says it wasn't a tough decision. He said, is there some question about whether that was a good move or not? You know what he hits against left-handed pitching with 0-1 or 2 strikes? You know what he hits? You know what Muncy hits with 2 strikes against left-handed pitching? Is that really a question? Because it was 1 and 2. Turner was a strike left against Turner was a strike left against a left-hander, something you can avoid if you can. We had an open base, and Muncy happened to be the guy behind him, and that's the better matchup. If somebody disagrees, that's the beauty of this game. Welcome to it. That wasn't a tough call. Wasn't a tough call.
That's baseball malpractice, Tony.
You get 2 strikes on a guy. He's not even up in the count. He's down in the count. It's 1-2. You're trying to get out of the inning. You're telling me you're going to walk a guy to set up a double play against another guy that's pretty damn good against left-handers? You got your numbers all wrong, Tony. If you're going to use the numbers, then you better know the numbers. Somebody did some digging on Fangraphs and revealed that Turner is a 258 hitter with a 1-2 count against lefties over his career. Good for a 703 OPS, barely above the league average. Muncy, meanwhile, is a 253 hitter against lefties over his career. Good for an 865 OPS and well above league average. Muncy was more likely to get on base and even hit for power in that situation.
I just don't know what he thought. Because here's the thing. If you want your matchup with Muncy so bad, you just strike out Turner.
In the same game, La Russa allowed a struggling pitcher, Dylan Cease, to throw 45 more pitches before pulling him. Cease was eventually charged with 6 runs in the frame, coughing up the White Sox 4-0 lead.
I think it is fair to say that the game has passed Tony La Russa by, and it passed him by a really long time ago. And you're not going to take away from the greatness of a Tony La Russa and everything he's done for the game of baseball over the course of his, quite frankly, very illustrious career. But this is bad. Like this is the kind of stuff that people get fired for. And we've already seen 2 managers so far this season in Madden and Girardi get fired. And neither of them did anything that looked like this.
When's Reinsdorf wake up and get his team of course, you already had a great manager and you decided to put your buddy in there. That's what happens when you put your buddy in there. And it's 5:00 somewhere and Tony's probably sipping some vino down out of a Gatorade cup there in the tunnel, at White Sox Stadium. I don't know. I don't know a manager alive that would have made that move. And Tony used to be a real trendsetter too, Keon. I don't know how much you remember of him, but early on when he was coaching the Athletics years and years and years ago, he was a trendsetter. And then when he was with the St. Louis Cardinals, he's the guy that came up with batting a pitcher in the 8 spot. So you got your 9 batters, another leadoff guy. Tony La Russa was an innovator. And Tony deserves respect, but Tony should not be working as a head coach, as a manager of the Chicago White Sox. I'm sorry.
And that's before we even get to, I don't know that this is a great fit. It's a young team. And then you've got an older Tony La Russa who's older managers can manage young teams really well. It's happened a lot of times, but Tony doesn't seem like the guy that wants to try and ingratiate himself with the guys in his locker room. So they've already had multiple clashes since he's been there. So in the locker room, it's not great. Out on the field, it's not great. I just think that this is a move that Reinsdorf can make right now where he would be completely justified in making it. And he wouldn't have to make himself look bad, because I think that that's part of the reason why they won't move on from him. I think Jerry Reinsdorf brought in his buddy and it's not working out, but he's got too much pride to say it's not working out.
La Russa's had problems all season long. And this is no different. I guess despite being one of the best hitters on the team, a 24-year-old player received a planned day of rest Wednesday, even though the team did not play on Monday. And then Yoan Moncada, who's hitting 136 and has been battling injuries all season, continues to hit in the number 3 spot. It's sad. It's sad.
I don't know, because I think you have to sit down and really think about it, but I don't know if it's worse, a player who plays too long and how bad that looks, or a coach who coaches too long, who manages past, wherever their success was. We're past that now with La Russa. I don't know which is worse, but the coach who's coaching too long almost feels worse.
It's sad. I did not like the look of young players bad-mouthing Tony in front of fans and on TV. I did not like that look, and I argued about it before. I argued with some people that were on this radio station about it. I didn't appreciate how young players were disrespecting him. Now, does he belong there? No, he doesn't. And it was a bad move by Reinsdorf to put him in there. And I don't know what the hell Reinsdorf is thinking, but you've got a young ball club full of talent. And if you don't get Tony out of there, it's going to be all for naught, because they are making mistakes left and right with Tony La Russa as their manager.
And it's
100%. I 100% think he needs to be gone.
They were a legitimate World Series contender at the start of the season.
888-368-1580 is our text line. Hope you join in on as part of the show. Tony La Russa is still the manager of the Chicago White Sox, a team that many thought we're going to contend for the World Series. If he doesn't get this thing figured out soon, they're not even going to make the playoffs. They're currently third in the Central behind the Guardians of Cleveland and the Minnesota Twinkies, who lead that division. And Detroit Tigers are right there. They're right there on Chicago. Let's transition to the NFL. Davante Adams reveals why he left the Green Bay Packers. The 38-year-old Rodgers was talking about retirement. Davante Adams, had something to do with Rodgers coming back. Apparently, they talked multiple times. They walked through the whole process together. But apparently, Adams told Aaron Rodgers, look, I'm only staying here until next season. I'm only staying here. I want to move on to something else here. And I guess Aaron Rodgers said, yeah, my blessing. I understand. What do you think about that? Do you think this was wrong of Davante Adams to make the move when you have a window of opportunity with a Hall of Fame quarterback to throw you the ball? Because I don't know if Derek Carr is going to throw him the ball as much as Aaron Rodgers did. What's your take on that, Keelan?
Well, maybe he does, because they do have that history going back to college together, Derek Carr and Davante Adams. It is a tough move for Davante to make, just because their championship window is still very much open in Green Bay. But I understand where he's coming from. If you actually have concerns about whether or not Aaron Rodgers is going to continue to want to be a quarterback, and Aaron Rodgers even said it at the match, that golf thing that wasted everybody's time. He said, retirement is a decision that he thinks about every single day that he wakes up. I think Davante Adams thought, in the short term, I'd love to stay with Aaron and try and see if we could win a championship together. But in the long term, I don't want to be stuck here when Aaron decides I'm leaving, and then there is no Hall of Fame quarterback. And we don't know what direction the Packers are going to go to next, or if it's going to be Jordan Love, or if Jordan Love is any good. There are a lot more question marks if Aaron Rodgers decides to retire than there are with the Raiders, if you can get to go there and play with your boy, Derek Carr.
Davante said, taking everything into consideration, including not knowing how much longer Aaron Rodgers would be quarterback in the league, that helped fuel Adams' decision to facilitate a trade to the Raiders, where he landed a monstrous contract, I'll say. He said the move was not just about the money. It was also a chance to play closer to his native California and reunite with his former college quarterback, Derek Carr. And Adams emphasized there were no hard feelings between he and Rodgers. They both understood each other's choices. Adams signed a 5-year, $141.25 million contract. And Rodgers, who's rumored to possibly be leaving Green Bay, agreed to a 4-year, $200 million extension. I mean, this soap opera with Aaron Rodgers has been going on for a long time now. They just keep extending. The problem is Aaron Rodgers just keeps performing at a high level, keeps performing, but you can't build a team around a guy who's 38 now, and you don't know where he's going to go next. It's sort of a if you're in a tunnel or something, it's sort of like a loose rock that could fall at any second. You see the cracks, you see that it's going to fall. You just don't know when.
And he's a ticking time bomb with that, just because, well, first off, he's enjoying this leverage that he has over that organization.
Well, yeah.
He's got 4 years. He could choose to retire and end his career at any moment. And he'll always lob that out there as a threat. Hey, guys, make sure you keep building around me. Make sure you keep planning with me as the quarterback in mind. Make sure you keep doing that stuff. Or who knows? I might retire. And I know that the Packers don't want to have to figure out right now what life after Aaron Rodgers is going to look like, because it's not going to be fun.
So with Davante Adams and the Raiders and Derek Carr, who had a pretty good season last year, even in the midst of all the chaos, are the Raiders contenders? I think they are. I think that bringing in, Josh McDaniels, getting some stability in that program. They just extended Renfro. They got Davante Adams. Finally, Derek Carr has got some stability on, wide receiver. They've got some other talent on the team. Chandler Jones, by the way, he signed with the Raiders. He's going to be wearing the silver and black and kicking some ass in the AFC West this season. Hey, they picked up some key components. I think the Raiders are contenders. What do you say, Keon?
The Raiders are 100% contenders. It's going to be tough. That's a brutal division that they play in.
Oh yeah.
Some highly deserving team in that division is going to miss the playoffs. But I just think that when you look at what the Raiders have managed to do on both sides of the ball, they've built up their defense to the point where it's not just respectable. It's a really damn good defense. Might have one of the best front sevens in the entire National Football League. And then you give Derek Carr all the weapons that he could ask for and more. I don't, and Josh McDaniels, I do think is a talented coach. And I think he's going to do a lot better the second time around. I thought he was way too young in Denver when he had that job the first time. And he's older. He's more mature. He's been studying under Belichick this whole time. I think that he's got more of a gravitas about him in that locker room. Yeah, I think the Raiders are going to be really damn good this year.
You just used gravitas, didn't you?
Yeah. One of my SAT words that never left my brain.
You need to watch out how you use gravitas on this radio program.
All right. I'll keep that in mind.
Just going to warn you. If Jeffrey heard that, could have been a stern talking to. Gravitas. All right. When we come back, we'll continue our look at the NBA. And before we get done here on this date in Big Georgia sports history, and we'll set you up for tonight's game 4 final. Why do I keep saying 5? Game 4 finals in Boston. What's going to happen? We'll give you our take. That's before 6 o'clock. You're listening to the Daily Blender on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals coming up Saturday night in Tampa, where the Lightning play host to the Rangers. A Lightning victory, and they head to the Stanley Cup Final as the Lightning lead the series at 3-2. They were initially down 2-0, but have won 3 straight. The Lightning are favored Saturday night, paying out at -178 on the money line. A Rangers win, they pay out at +146. That would force a Game 7. The over-under at 5.5 goals. Overall, the Colorado Avalanche do remain the favorites to win this year's Stanley Cup. They are paying out at -200. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant Cash Offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the it's, KBB.com.
There's a time to be fearful and a time to be calm. A time to be aggressive and a time to be conservative, especially when it comes to investing. You've heard the phrase, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose.
Hello, I'm Mo Ansari, president of Compact Asset Management. At Compact, we strive to provide you with the tools and experience it takes to be in the right place at the right time to grow and protect your hard-earned money. Call pound 250 on the cell phone and say, talk to Mo, and let's check your goals together. You'll get a free portfolio review and risk analysis, and we'll focus on your investment strategies. Call pound 250 on your cell phone and say, talk to Mo, or visit us online at compact.com. That's COMPAK.com.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor, funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA, SIPC.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic is your exclusive home for the 6-time world champion Indoor Football League's Arizona Rattlers.
All right, listen up.
Tune in to The Fanatic for all the fast-paced, hard-hitting action. Listen as the Rattlers work toward the playoffs and their 7th world championship in team history.
Let's keep it going.
Arizona Rattlers football, exclusively on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic and at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's the Daily Blender for a Friday and June the 10th. And summer has arrived. 112 degrees currently in downtown Phoenix right now, ladies and gentlemen. 112. And was that a hint of some weather around the area? Didn't we? We saw some clouds floating around. Let me check the 1580 The Fanatic weather radar. Well, we should just do that. We should just since I have a chance here. From the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center, yes, Randy, indeed. Storms around the north area, around Flagstaff, just east of Prescott. Lots of electricity and thunder boomers down south of Tucson, down by Nogales. Humidity getting into the area here in Arizona. It's about to go all haboob on this joint. 112 in downtown Phoenix, 111 in the West Valley. Somewhere out in the East Valley, well, it's pretty damn hot too. But not as hot as it used to be because Jeffrey O'Brien is out of town. From the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randy White. Back to you, Randy. That doesn't sound weird at all, does it? 100. What's the hottest you've ever been in, Ken?
What was the temperature today?
Well, it's 112 right now.
112. I've never been in anything this hot in my entire life. I got into my car and I thought I opened the gates of hell.
Oh boy, yeah.
Just the heat wave that hit me in the face, and then my poor car, its little display screen, told me, "No bueno, we're not working today. It's too hot."
888-368-1580 Jag Dog, referring back to that coaches list from Football Focus. Connor's father obviously left home when Connor was a young and never looked back. Hey, Connor, you and your mom stay here. I'm going out for a pack of cigs. Don't worry, I'll be back. Don't leave the light on, though. I'll be back.
Like Connor, he's not coming back. You can't make a list so bad that he comes back.
Ukla DeMock says, yeah, Tony La Russa was a trendsetter, giving Canseco and McGuire shots in their butt. Excuse me? I mean, how would you do that, eh? How would you fit the glass in? Boogie says, Tony La Russa needs a 10-year extension at $10 million a year. What? Boogie? Because of your Detroit Tigers? Is that why, Boogie? I know you, Boogie.
That's not a biased take at all.
Sideshow Bob. Aaron Rodgers is toxic. Too cocky for only winning one ring. He probably would retire if Tom retired. I don't know.
And one ring is really hard to get. A lot of great guys haven't even gotten that.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Aaron runs to his own beat. You know what I mean? He's got his own rhythm in his head there. He doesn't care what anybody else does or says. He will do what he wants to do. The fifth letter says 11 wins for the Silver and Black this year, baby. Won't be easy. I'm calling it at least 6 to 7 wins that are within 6 points. Just win, baby.
Going to be a lot of close games in that division.
Thank you, fifth letter. We needed some energy on the show.
Good luck to you, though. 2 games against the Chiefs, 2 games against the Chargers, 2 games against the Broncos.
Blissful Haze. Hey, Keon, just wait till summer gets hot.
I really thought we were here. I really thought that this was summer. Wait, we hit the triple digits. Then we hit 110 yesterday for the first time.
Yeah.
I really thought we officially were here. What do you mean wait for summer? Are we not here? Please, dear God, tell me that we're here.
It's 112. We're not here yet. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
112. The barometric pressure is 29.65 and falling. Humidity is only at 9%. So that's saving you right there. It'll be 110 degrees at 7:00 tonight, Keon. Welcome home, Keon. I'm your apartment. I'm going to burn up.
Oh, the AC bill. I'm running that thing 24/7.
You just wait. Tomorrow's supposed to be 114.
Oh my God.
And 113 on Sunday, 107 on Monday. Oh, it's going to cool off to 105 on Tuesday. There you go.
Fantastic.
Just doing my part to help you. What you should do. When I was single, I had an apartment for a short amount of time, and I did this. I went to the store and I got one of those little tiny pools. You know, the kids, they're made out of plastic or whatever.
Yeah.
And I put that in my apartment that I had at the time. At 19th Avenue in Thunderbird. And I put that pool in there and I filled it up with water. And I had this little black and white TV. And I set that up and I got in the pool in my chonies filled up with that water. And that's how I spent most of the time in that apartment, because that damn apartment, they said it was air conditioned. I don't believe them.
Damn.
Boogie says Aaron Rodgers marches to the beat of a different drum indeed. He's dating a legit self-proclaimed witch right now. I didn't think he was dating anybody. When did that happen? When did he date a witch?
I don't know. I'm actually Googling it right now. I also want to know.
He's dating a witch right now. Shh. While you pull that up, the Miami Herald had this on Tom Brady. I know more Tom Brady news, but I'm doing this because our Miami Dolphins fan listens to the show. At least I hope he's listening. I know Jeffrey's gone, and I know most of you are like, gee whiz, can you get these guys off the air? Where's Jeffrey? Anyway, Tom Brady held his first Tampa Bay Buccaneers news conference since he announced his return after his 40-day retirement. Brady's offseason, which included a short retirement, saw him tangled in rumors that there was interest in him playing quarterback for the Miami Dolphins and or being involved in the franchise post-playing career in an ownership role. Well, you know, the owner of the Dolphins is a Michigan alumni.
That's true.
And Tom Brady is also a Michigan alum. So I could see the connection there. Tommy boy, TB12 says, he likes to deflect things. He doesn't get right to the point. He learned that from the best, Bill Belichick. I had a lot of conversations with a lot of people. I had for the last 3 or 4 years of my career about different opportunities when I'm done playing football. So I kind of made a decision of what I'd like to do, and I'll get to be in the game of football. Brady said to reporters, for me, the most important thing is where I'm at right now and what I hope to do for this team. That's been my commitment to this team and organization. It's been so much fun for me to come here 2 years ago. It's been almost 2.5 now, and it's been an incredible part of my football journey, and it's not over. He also, answered some rumors about he and Bruce Arians by saying, Bruce knows how I feel about him, and I know, and he knows how I feel about him. Just putting the old Bill Belichick to work there. Did you hear that?
Yeah, he learned a lot. He learned a lot.
So Tom Brady, again, Just good luck and fortunes follow him wherever he goes, Keon. Every damn where he goes, good fortune and happiness follow him.
I mean, that is. I remember the old Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson NASCAR rivalry, and at one point Tony Stewart said after Jimmy Johnson was just kicking everybody's ass, he's just got a horseshoe stuck up his ass. Like the guy's just the luckiest guy in a car. And that's how I feel about Tom Brady. The guy's just got a horseshoe up there. Because how else do you explain his entire life?
I mean, hi, we're Fox, and we want to give you $300 million just for coming on and saying a few things about being a football analyst. Would you do that for us, Tom? Would you? Ha. I'm still going to play football. Oh, you know what? No matter. Whenever you call us, when you're done or 10 years after you're done, we don't care. It's open offer. Just whenever you want to show up, we at $300+ million.
You've never been a broadcaster in your life, but sure. 300 mil right out the gate.
Oh, hi, I'm the owner of the Miami Dolphins. I don't know that you know me. I was in op-ed class with you. And you know what? I'm the owner of the Dolphins. Would you like part ownership stake? You don't have to put any money in. I'll just give it to you. Go Wolverines. Go Big Blue. Kind of makes me sick.
It should. Who else gets to have a life like that except Tom Brady?
Go Blue. And we, you know what? And we'll pay you. You don't have to put any money in, and we'll pay you multiple millions of dollars. Once, please. Holy cow. Blissful Hayes has a statement for you, Keon. Okay. Good thing it's nice here for 8 months out of the year.
That's true. No, I was really enjoying every other month that wasn't summer.
Big George, sorry, Boogie. Aaron Rodgers is no longer dating Shailene Woodley, and it's mean for you to call her a witch.
Well, no, he's dating
What's
somebody
the update
else.
On that?
Yeah, her name is Blue.
Blue.
She's actually not a witch. Somebody confused her with, and I'm not even making this up, another woman named Blue who is a witch. But so she went on Instagram and had to explain that I am not the other person. I am not a witch. So you don't have to call me that.
It's exactly what a witch would say. I'm not a witch.
The other
witch would say that.
Instagram account is Blue of Earth. That's the witch. She said, that's not me. I'm just blue.
So you're not of Earth. So are you an alien, Blue? Things that make you go, Sideshow Bob says the best thing Rodgers has going is his State Farm commercials. The QBs that have one ring are not really food company. You mean good company? Speaking as of last 20 years, good company. Marsha. What was that, Keon?
I don't know. But also the QBs that have one ring, that's not good company. There are a lot of guys that have one ring that aren't great. There's Trent Dilfer, sure. Yeah. There's Joe Flacco floating out there. A little Jeff Hofstetler, sure.
Jeff Hostetler was a witch. I'm pretty sure.
But if you only have one ring, that's not good company. I don't know about that, man.
Boogie's text in just simply go Blue. Wow. Blissful Hayes says, do you have to go to college to be a witch? Is there a degree you can get to be a witch? Are you thinking about going to college and getting a degree, Blissful Hayes?
I don't think that there is, because if you could go to college and be a witch, then you would obviously learn whatever spell exists to make your student loan debt disappear. And I don't know. I saw what I had to pay recently. That's not going anywhere. I would imagine that they wouldn't teach that in school.
Yeah, but if you were like Bewitched, if you were like Sabrina on Bewitched,
true.
You just twinkle your nose and that baby is gone. Dina, 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 dina. Boom. Megatron just simply says Brad Johnson. Is it one of the big Johnsons? Oh, no, Brad Johnson was quarterback. Never mind. Okay, I got you. I thought you were saying Brad Johnson is one of Radio Ron's Big Johnson's bowling team. No, you got Stubby, you got Harry, you got you, and who was the other one?
Dick was the other one. Dick Johnson.
Yeah, Dick Johnson. Good old Dick Johnson. The Big Johnson's bowling mega franchise. Thanks, Megatron. All right, 888-368-1580. Before we go to break, the NBA commissioner he's got a pretty even keel take on the Boston fans shouting "F you, Draymond" the other night. Adam Silver had an appearance on NBC Sports Boston, where the commissioner says, "I love the energy Boston fans bring to the game." Commissioner Adam Silver says in response to the Gardens crowd screaming, "F you, Draymond," "I want fans to enjoy themselves. And of course, from the league office, you would want to see it done with respect, but I get it."
That's smart. Adam Silver is a smart man because he knew that if you were to get on TV and antagonize Boston fans, there might be some F you, Adam Silver cascading down from the stands.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. I just still cringe, though. I'm that guy. I am that guy. I'm old, okay? I'm old school. No. All right, when we come back, we're gonna put the shakedown and go over to Big George's sports history, and then we've got some news on LeBron James. I hesitate talking about LeBron James, but I guess this is worth it. That's when we come around the corner here as we enter the final segment on a Friday edition of the Daily Blender on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. Now, we've seen interest rates go as low as we've seen them in years recently. We've also seen them bouncing around. A lot of uncertainty of what is going on in the loan game as far as mortgages are concerned. That's why I lean on my friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. They have been in business for 20 plus years here in the Valley. They only lend in Arizona. They are trusted. They'll get you that reliable quote. And if you're thinking about refinancing, whether it's to just lower your rate, maybe lower the terms of your rate, maybe down to 15 or 20 years, or if you're like, hey, we got a lot of debt on the side, we got some problems going on, we want to consolidate debt, or I've always wanted a pool. Now's the time to do it. Take some of that equity out, refinance, and get things done around your house that you want. But you got to use the best in the business. That's the Lund Mortgage Team. 623-875-9940. 623-875-9940. Or check them out online, lundmortgage.com.
So sticky. At Hannah's Organic Honey, business may be sweet, but they need an e-commerce queen bee to lead the hive.
Okay, these jars are going to Jakarta. Oh, wait a minute. Does that say Jackson?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by interviewing on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Well, Mrs. Grayer, nothing on the x-ray that pinpoints the source of the pain. Let's send you to our lumbar expert.
After reviewing the x-rays, I can't see anything wrong. Let's give you a steroid shot for the pain and send you to the lab for some blood work.
Tired of the runaround? How about trying a new approach? The holistic approach.
At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our medical doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. Our naturopathic doctors can restore pain-free joint function and restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. If traditional medicines aren't working, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
1580, The Fanatic.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender on this Friday. 888-368-1580. King of Kittens sends this. Before we get too much farther along, checking in. King of Kittens says, Game 4 of the NBA Finals tonight. Celtics going to take a grip on San Francisco's throat. Warriors should be concerned. Then he had to get mean about it. The Suns should be dismayed and displaced with the unknown of future events. What does he mean by that?
I don't know what he means by that.
It started out kind of mean, and then he went to,
What do the Suns have to do with this?
The Suns should be dismayed and displaced with the unknown of future events.
I don't know if they should be dismayed, but if we're just talking about their offseason, it's pretty clear what they might have to do. Either you convince DeAndre Ayton to stay, try to make it work, build him up as part of your young core, or you sign and trade and try and get some pieces back for him.
All right. 888-368-1580. That's the text line to get you involved. About 18 minutes left in the show. We're going to talk about LeBron James here. And I want you to know I'm doing this, Keon. Keon put this on the rundown. I'm doing this under protest because I think I think that LeBron gets too much run. I think it's way too much run. And you know what? He's been sitting around this offseason after the Lakers were excused from playoff contention by the Phoenix Suns, by the way. And he came out today and he says, I want to own a team. I want a team in Las Vegas. What? He said this on his podcast, The Shop. Tell me more about this, Keon. He wants to own a team in Las Vegas?
Yeah. Basically, the NBA has batted around in the last handful of years the idea of expansion. Getting some expansion teams, maybe one or two, and putting those in cities. And LeBron is aware of this, knows that that's something the league is interested in doing. And now that he's a newly minted billionaire, would like the chance to own a team, to own a franchise.
So is he going to wait until he retires, or is he just hinting on waiting until after he retires?
I think he's going to wait until he retires, but this is just putting it out there. It's just, hey, this is something I'm highly interested in. And so if the league should ever do that, don't forget to call me, LeBron. I used to work for you, and now I have the money to possibly be able to buy a team. This is something that LeBron's actually wanted for a while. Follow in the footsteps of Michael Jordan. Be a business mogul and own a team.
So LeBron it probably will go down the route of an expansion team because according to ESPN's Brian Windhorst, in January of 2021, he reported the NBA wants a $2.5 billion price tag for an expansion team, which is on par with some of the biggest recent sales. Joseph Tsai bought the Brooklyn Nets in 2019 for $2.35 billion. How can you do that? An expansion team's it's never been there before. How can you price it up there? With teams like Brooklyn or the Houston Rockets, $2.2 billion. Tillman Fertitta.
They know how much money you make from owning an NBA franchise, and so they want to be able to charge for that. I think it's weird. The team's got no history. It's got, no fan base yet, but you put a team in Las Vegas, especially, it will sell. We've seen it with the Golden Knights.
Other retired athletes have gone down the minority shareholder route as well in the NBA. Former NBA guard Grant Hill, minority owner of the Atlanta Hawks, after he bought into the team for $850 million in 2015. James' friend and former teammate Dwayne Wade bought a minority stake in the Utah Jazz in 2021. Yankees player Alex Rodriguez will be the majority co-owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves by 2023 after agreeing to slowly buy the team with Mark Lore in 2021. Shaquille O'Neal was even a minority shareholder of the Sacramento Kings from 2013 to 2022, but he saw the error of his ways and got the hell out of there.
Of course.
Sacramento, man. Yeah, of course, Michael Jordan, he owns the Charlotte Hornets. It seems to me that, and I'm happy for LeBron. I mean, he's worked hard for his money. He's made wise choices. I don't think he's a bad dude. He's extremely rich. He's had some wise people around him to help him make wise decisions. You think he'll start from the ground up with a expansion team?
Yeah, I think for him, just the ownership of the team, and I don't think that LeBron is going to be one of these owners that just has the team and backs away. He's going to want to be involved.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've seen that with the Lakers.
Yeah, he just wants. I don't know. I think he wants that status that Jordan has. That this is the stage that LeBron is in his career, where he is more focused now on being a mogul and an icon than he is being a basketball player.
LeBron owns a stake in the Fenway Sports Group, which itself owns several sports teams like the Red Sox, the Pittsburgh Penguins, Liverpool Football Club. Fenway Sports Group is also a part owner in the NASCAR franchise, Roush Fenway Keselowski, otherwise known as RFK in the NASCAR circles. That group is also reportedly a contender to buy one of the expansion teams that could pop up in the NBA. Wow, there you go, man. And LeBron just keeps getting bigger.
I mean, if you
the
want,
more he goes,
seriously. I mean, if you want to talk about another person whose life has reached a point where it no longer makes any sense. Tom Brady's there. LeBron is clearly there.
Yeah.
Just everything works for the guy.
King of Kittens says Vegas, like hockey, is a perfect place for NBA basketball and Major League Baseball spring training. Also, I don't know about spring training, but yeah, certainly a baseball MLB club. They have plenty of opportunities for an MLB club to be there. And if they don't watch out, Tampa Bay might move there. You people in Tampa Bay better start showing up to the Trop and supporting your and by the way, a damn good baseball team.
Seriously. What's
wrong there?
I can't fathom that, having a team that good and not going to see them.
Blissful Hayes has a great idea for a name here. Maybe LeBron would call his team the Las Vegas Kings. Well, he can't do that. Sacramento. He'd have to buy Sacramento, shut the franchise down, and then dub his new Las Vegas team, some sort of like a, hostile takeover where LeBron buys the Sacramento Kings, for a box of candy and $10. Here you go, kid, go away. Now shut this miserable franchise down. And now LeBron makes up his giant glittery monster in Las Vegas, in the desert of Las Vegas, amongst all the lights and the pomp and circumstance and the ringing bells of the casinos. LeBron goes rolling in with a giant fur coat on. It's 110, but he's not sweating because he's LeBron James. And he's going to name his Las Vegas team the Kings. Could happen.
Yeah, you just have to buy out Vivek Ranadive, the owner of the Kings.
No, you could do that easy. Boomer Sooner says, if you guys don't know this, Tillman, for a little guy, started as a dishwasher in a restaurant, ended up buying the restaurant chain, and is now a billionaire. There's a show on CNBC called Billionaire. Who? Who?
Tillman? Who are you referring to?
I don't know. It's Boomer Sooner. He's had a few. Good Cat says LeBron is once again reaching to be Jordan. I don't know. I think he's already there, Good Cat. He's already bought into sports franchises. Didn't you hear me read the list? Yeah, it is very reminiscent of, him trying to have an NBA franchise. I get it.
But, and also,
go ahead.
Sorry, I just want to say there are worse things to try and be than Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, listen, let the man be. It's okay with me. That's what our country is based upon. You go out and you make it, you earn it, use it, make more of it. King of Kiddin says Oakland A's going to Vegas. Maybe if they don't get a new stadium, the Oakland A's might be saying, "Siligay, Bay Area, we're moving to Las Vegas." Boomer Sooner, you guys are just talking about him buying the franchises some kind.
I get that, but I was talking about who is the person that bought the restaurant chain.
Yeah.
All
right, we better do this before we run out of time. And I have a 7-foot man that is angry. Let me get my prop here. Hang on. Got to get a prop out. Hello, testing. Okay. We're ready now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1977, 39-year-old Al Geiberger of the Woodinville, Washington, shot a round of 59, the first sub-60 round ever recorded in the PGA Tour event. In the second round of the Memphis Golf Classic, his round included 11 birdies, an eagle, and an 8-foot birdie putt on number 18. Chip Beck and David Duval have also since shot 59s. Back to you, Randy.
Wow, that's incredible. I wish I could see that.
Another strike by Big George. Text line is humming along here. The Hefty Lefty. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'm off to Carlsbad for a bachelor party. Thank God Pedialyte is on sale this week. Yeah. You're going to Carlsbad? Another one? Hefty Lefty? Isn't it bad enough Big George is over there telling us about 65-degree weather when it's 115 here?
I mean, good God.
Go have fun, I guess, Hefty Lefty. Don't worry about us.
Just leave us here in hell. Thanks.
All right. I've got one story. I think I can do one story here. We can. I think we can do this. We can spin the wheel of sports. So you saw this, no doubt. J-Lo said the 2 Super Bowl headliners was the worst idea in the entire world. The J-Lo and Shakira Super Bowl halftime show that was widely praised still had its detractors, and apparently J-Lo is one of them. 2 years after taking the stage at Super Bowl LIV, is it Live? Is it the Live Tour? Super Bowl Live Tour? The multi-platinum pop star debuted halftime a documentary about her career that revealed some behind-the-scenes frustrations in the run-up to the big show. J-Lo says, we have 6 effing minutes. We have 30 seconds of a song. And if we take a minute, that's it. We've got 5 left. But there's got to be certain songs we sing. She's not a diva or anything.
No, not J-Lo.
We have to have our singing moments. It's not going to be dance effing review. The language.
Why is she so mad about that?
We have to sing our message. Lopez tells Burse. The hell's Burse? Oh, music director, Kim Burse. Okay. This is the worst idea in the world to have 2 people do the Super Bowl. It was the worst idea in the world.
Didn't this last Super Bowl have 4 people?
Yeah, I mean, they had...
seemed to work out pretty well for them.
4 icons of the rap world, man. And J-Lo is using it. She's dropping F-bombs after her and Shakira are giving out crotch shots on millions and millions around the world on the Super Bowl. Wow. Well, that's going to do it for us. Keon, I guess we're back here on Monday, and hopefully our fearless leader, Jeffrey O'Brien, will join us very shortly. He's over in the deserts of Palm Springs working on CRC's latest line in one of its mega stations. Keon, have a great weekend. Fourth Dimension, have a wonderful weekend. Everybody be safe out there. Hydrate. Lots of water. Lots of water. Take it easy. It's going to be hot this weekend. We will see you on Monday from 3 till 6 on the Daily Blender here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, Arizona's sports betting station. Bye.
Hi, this is Nick LaCapria with the Daily Sports Quiz. You know, the first pro sports team to sell out 840